What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros! Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow future pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Emi?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, huh?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay. But there were so many coaches you could have said. What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach passed in Level Junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CSGO.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I can see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred. Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant,
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite.
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
It's okay.
Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that.
I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Better.
Name 3 teams who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 things Hunter hates. The... I got lost. How do you say opposite of cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms,
losing in finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team. Yeah. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy.
Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Did you find out?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with CSGO.
Well, there was a band. I straight throw you a shady one.
Nothing but thieves.
This is what you.
100 thieves.
No, nothing but thieves.
This is band.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. Know about that, bro. A band called No, bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a
Oh my
band.
god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about a name.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take that, dude.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know, double pony.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well yeah, so that is true. Yeah, I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a.
But yeah,
It's a Czech
it is.
CSGO team.
Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence again.
Lincoln Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we have practiced against them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding.
Let me do another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really? Is there not? Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yep.
X twice.
Okay, guys, so we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea like where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or Smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or Smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are focused more on B. The second thing to watch out for also in the connector is whenever this flash is thrown. Now this flash signals a more A-sided default where Kerrigan is also in connector and FaZe as a whole are focused more on getting control towards the A side of the map. Now over on the CT side, we also want to know the basic positions of players on the map. We should be looking out for Rain as the A rifler, Brokey as the A opper, Kerrigan and Twist as the B players, and lastly Robs as the B rotator. The last thing to look out for is this close monster setup at B. Kerrigan and Twist like to play this setup quite often where one player is playing anti-flash and the second is taking contact. Being able to break this setup will be the key to hitting B. That's going to wrap it up. Look out for these tendencies the next time FaZe play on Overpass.
What up, Future Pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break. But shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump out the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
I'm gonna go for the back guy.
Okay.
On the back guy, 2.
Oh, I didn't heal. I had 2 medis. There's so many little ants down there, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, go below rush, below the water tower. Or show it.
Yeah, good luck. Looks good. Oh my goodness.
Both.
Going.
So, getting pushed by the zone, coming, going around the back. Yeah, I caught that on can to count.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go
here at the red hut at the back. Okay. At this red hut rush. The big rock.
Going.
In the water one.
I got the water.
In between the rocks. In the smoke. A knife.
I was just waiting.
I lost 50 HP and didn't get where I needed to get. So. We'll put that one in the blooper reel, I think, right? 2 lighthouse front door. I'm just going.
Okay.
I got no idea. Oh, I'm on 1, on 2.
Coming. I'm going for the goom.
Close to me.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh lordy.
Making a pretty strong case. Yam throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
on edge on overpass. They just feel regardless of that, they're the better team and they can beat them. Vertigo in general is not a good map for them, right? So they probably didn't want, to end up playing the third map of the series or something they don't feel super comfortable on. I can respect that, but I think, this gives NIP a bigger chance than they would have.
Yeah, I think Ence right now is in a better spot as a team. I spoke to Madden a little bit. He seems super confident about this game, and I do think Ence is going to take this one.
Well, I spoke to Aztec. He's confident as well. Trace, I'm going with NIP.
Okay, fair enough. House divided, but no division necessary when it comes down to our commentator crew. Jason Moses O'Toole of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Matthew Sadekis Trivet of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, a little Halifax in there. Basically, Mr. Worldwide. Regardless, I give you Ence versus the Ninjas of Pajamas in a semifinal.
Thank you, Trace. I'm impressed that you were able to remember all of those places. No Funswick usually falls off most people's maps, and I don't blame them. Jason, Grand Rapids, though, and a Grand Caster in not a grand final, but a semi. And the team that wins this obviously moves on to that NIP and Ence. I don't think we would have predicted these two teams be here right now, but here we are.
But we knew there was going to be a little bit of trickery on this side of the bracket, right? When you saw it kind of play out this way, when you saw the teams line up, you knew this side was going to get a little bit weird, a little bit surprising. And right out of the gates, it looks like Ence is lining up and marching towards this upper bomb site. Smoke down in mini is going to block off S-Tag. Plopsky at the silos. We have a player up top in heaven. Here we go, split. One player going to come through that smoke and mini. Shots are out. Good opening kills from Ence. They have the opening too. It's a 5-on-3. Bomb not planted just yet, but it's going down as we speak.
Fuzi outside and conceding that bomb plant just covers off to make sure that they can get toward Annex and retake from lower. They need all angles, and Rez from the big garage will try and peer into the mini connector. Maiden spikes. Oh, that's a great shot from Hampus. Spots it, though. That is information for Dia, who's up close. Hampus trying to swing around again. Hampus is going to lead the way. Doesn't even wait for Rez. Fuzi's got the shot instead. That's from above. And now it's a battle of the door. Neither wanted to take it out, but needing to get the shots. Hades able to get Hampus down. Spink's got Rez, so both of those players gone. It's Fuzi that has to come back into the round himself, and he's low on HP and taken out by Hades. So 1-0 for Ence T side.
Yeah, but that got way too close for being at a 5-on-3 in the upper bomb site with solid post-plant positions as well. Some fine shooting from NIP as they find some entries to almost make that work. Pistol round to Ence, as you said. 3 MAC-10 is going to be picked up. This is kind of, I don't know, every time I see NIP play, it's just kind of a fun matchup in my head. We've talked to a few players here. I'm not going to name names, but everyone is kind of like scratching their heads like, how is NIP winning some of these games? Like, nobody has really expected them to make this deep of a run. It's been incredible, and obviously the Death touched on it a bunch. The increased performance from Rez is absolutely integral to this team's success. If he goes quiet today, they're likely to fall short. Smoke wall is going to allow D-Hit across. Snappy coming behind ever so slowly and ever so quietly. Both make it to secret.
Both do. Dia with the MAC-10, and now Molotov will clear out the control room stairs. Amp is aware that they're down there and would have gotten a secret. It's going to back off, watch ramp, make sure they don't lose both sides of the approach to the site. This could actually be a reverse take. We used to see, and I miss it, the dual ladder. Remember, you used to come through Squeaky, down the first ladder, straight through the vents underneath, and back up the second ladder. And it was the Mario strategy, right? You just teleport through to the site. You could almost see them downstairs with the bomb up above, although it's caught out. Plopsky's going to push through on this. I was going to say you could see them come up from the vents underneath to take the site above them at the same time they come through Squeaky in this case, but not going to happen. That's all slowed down, and Hampus is still pushed up as well.
This is so weird. Baden's in a really tough spot. He's going to be bailed out by his teammates coming in, but this round almost got sketchy. Good turn from Diha, 2-0. The MAC-10s do work. Yeah.
Where was... I don't know how he wasn't spotted soon. He must have been just forward of the door, because it's not like Fuzi was in the middle of or at the back of the room. He was in the middle of the room, which means he was approaching as well. That means he rotated all the way through underground, by the way, all the way through B. Okay, so he is far enough forward that he wouldn't have been seen. But yeah, Fuzi's just in the middle of the room when he turns around.
Missed timing. Just a perfect timing from to spin. M4 picked up for Hades. AK-47 brought into the round as well, so Ence doesn't lose anything crazy. For NIP, back to USPs. Unarmored, no utility. There's a 5-7 on Rez, but can't count on that for too much damage. Hades looking over the top of the smoke. Again, 3 players for Ence this time, quietly walking behind this smoke wall. Hades is going to follow it up with that M4, but he's got to be careful with the timing of it. Yeah, you see him start to hustle because he knows those smokes are going to begin fading any second now.
he's not committing to Secret. That's a huge USP.
Yikes.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, that feels awful. And that M4, Hampus wisely just going to back it off towards CT spawn. There's no way you're winning this round, so just keep the rifle in hand. Nice little economic boost for at least one player. Spinks is all on his lonesome as well. NIP could actually make the call to come crunch this position. Snappy's going to come help him out with the MAC-10. He's dinked immediately. Long spray, but he gets the follow-up as Plopsky walks into a headshot.
Toss that MAC-10. No, you don't want it? All right, I'll take it back. Snappy, he's low on HP, so he will give it to Maiden now. So another round for Ence, 3-0. Good shot from Spinks. Takes down Fuzi as well. It's Hampus that has the weapon. Rez is going to go down with the bomb because he's just looking for anything at all to take with him to the next round. In fact, not that much because he gets back through the window, so it only takes him to 72.
Yeah, notoriously weak bomb on this map.
Yeah. I don't... maybe I do. I don't like that it's not the same, but you obviously learn them all and you know the spots you can save and whatnot. But it'd be nice for, I guess, newer players to have it be very consistent.
It just feels weird. It's very close to the bomb site. Regardless, 3-0 for Ence very quickly. 2 MAC-10s still in hand.
Especially close to a bomb site that's in a nuclear power plant.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this would be the one you want to be the furthest from.
Yeah, in terms of the lore of Counter-Strike, oh, here we go. Fast rush outdoor. Molotovs, they're going to drop down vents. The AWP is negated. The AWP is entirely negated, and the bomb has gone down as well. 3 players going to stay up top. These MAC-10s, these are the only 2 guys down here for the moment. Oh, they're going to get this plant down. Rez is an opportunity, but he's forced back by utility. This is working out exactly like designed.
And now the AK joins them. He got down through the smoke at the vents as well. So they've got Spinks in position. Madden's already winning outside. This is fast from Ence. They've gotten downstairs now twice with those SMGs. One from Secret, this time through the vents. They're really controlling NIP and putting them in awkward positions. I don't even think you go for this.
And this is such a cool strat as well. It's kind of a big risk, right? Because if those MAC-10s go down for whatever reason in the lower bomb site or in the vents, like rounds over because you have 3 players outside and up top and spread across the map. But you're attacking a bomb site, but the main danger of your attack is actually the players just kind of lurking at red box looking for that player to try and, counter and go for the retake through Secret. The guy in Squeaky Door who's looking for someone to follow you down vents. That's like the main danger of it, regardless of the bomb site itself. So very, very cool little sleight of hand almost. For Ence, that's going to net them their 4th, and NIP able to save 4 weapons. So nice cheeky way to get an additional round with those MAC-10s.
More than a bonus at this point. That was the one man outside that was waiting as well. I say big kill. It was an important one because it does mean that Secret's still controlled and then he can actually rotate in and support with his rifle. But I mean, at that point, the bomb already down. They were locked out. I don't think they really had much of a chance in it. Fuzi, AWP. We'll see if that can get NIP rolling.
I wonder if Ence thought maybe they would lose a couple players at some point, lose one of these MAC-10s they could upgrade. You've just done kind of a cheese round to get an extra round with the MAC-10.
The bonus, exactly, because you get to farm up cash, you don't lose a lot, and you just, you get essentially an extra round out of it.
Yeah, I'm just curious how they're going to manage this follow-up round. MAC-10 is going to find a kill. Hampus misses the opportunity, shot in the face by Diha, and cleaned up by the ensuing follow-up bullets.
Ence on Nuke, I know it's a very different Ence over the course of their career as a team and legacy as a team, but man, they've always been strong here. They were the team, again, different core, but took down Astralis on their huge winning streak on it, so some of the DNA might still be ingrained. Ancient next, overpass if needed.
Oh, they're going to crush this. They're going to crush this door. Oh, no. Oh, they're losing all these fights. Yeah, good final trade from Spinks and into the site. Fuzi's got 1. Huge to keep NIP within reach. 2-on-2.
Molotov upstairs to deny Fuzi, but he extinguishes that with a lovely outside smoke that cuts through and allows him to walk in and still have vision, so he doesn't have to completely block himself out. He's trying to use that to his advantage to look toward Annex now. Spinks, however... Oh, he detects it. He knows that smoke means something, and spraying through. He's got to switch over to the pistol. He put so many shots upstairs, but he's hurt Fuzi enough that Glock would do if it could find the shot. And Fuzi, he would like his AWP very, very much. He's going to back off to CT spawn. It'll be another round 5 for Ence. At NIP, they played very well in this playoffs to get... sure, they had the bye. They got into this position, but... As we saw before the game, Hampus, that quote that they were practicing for the RMR online with Brolin. Brolin is here to be a part of the team, be acclimated in. They've even got 7 computers in their practice room as opposed to 6 like most do, so ESL's accommodated that as best as possible. But there's so much uncertainty around this lineup, and
I think that's part of
made the final. It would have been insane.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why people kind of scratch their head and they're just like, how are we doing this? Because the uncertainty has been there for so long. At this point, they're used to it, but Man, what a weird situation it's got to be involved in that.
And at this point as well, I know Device bringing it in was like a big motivation. You got Rez, you got Device. That was supposed to be... At this point, you don't even consider him there. I mean, I hope he's doing okay. I don't want to get into it. It's mental health, and it's pretty serious and all that, but you can't just say, well, he'll be back. When's he coming back? He's not. When he is, he is. When he's not here. So it's right now, Brolin has to be their boy.
Oh no, NIP's losing all these initial fights. Fuzi's going to respond on a Spinks out of the door. Hampus misses an opportunity. Awkward fight for him as well. Plopsky now all on his own with Fuzi up above. Nice little vertical stack here. Op is going to get one more. Smoke can go down, but it's not going to obscure his vision entirely. NIP under so much pressure. 3-on-3. There's a good shot. Headshot from Snappy. Plopsky's got 6 health.
To the corner. Needs to be aware of the swing behind that smoke, though. Snappy could quickly eradicate his position. Maiden wants to go first. Matt's going to nail it. Plopsky down. Rez. I don't think he dares go through this smoke yet, but he does have an off angle. Locked in that corner, though, he will be when the fight does go down. You can hear the jumping through. Tries to deny the bomb planter from putting it in position, but that's not the end of the world. Nice for Ence, because they've got the shot lined up. They knew he was therefore locked in the corner, and they had 50 seconds to figure that out. So 6-0 on the T side.
Ence is coming in looking relentless. This is an incredible start to the game, obviously. 6-0. They've dug NIP into a massive hole. And yeah, you got to take a time out here. Time to talk things over for the NIP squad.
When we said yesterday, FaZe beat Na'Vi and looked amazing doing it individually. Rain having an incredible game on Dust 2. Everyone looking solid on Inferno with the fast approaches that they were taking. We then said at the end of the series, FaZe is the favorite. Well, they are. I think they are. Of the 4 teams remaining, no one disputes that. However, I think Ence, in the way that they're looking right now, could definitely be someone to upset and spoil that. You know, they haven't had too much head-to-head. Maybe Carrie can get something a little bit off there if they end up in the finals together. And I don't think that it's a foregone conclusion with the way Fury is playing that they'll beat them cleanly either. So I think there's 2 teams in this that could definitely spoil the party. NIP, I'm not convinced by yet, but we'll see if they can get rolling after this timeout.
They need to start cleaning up some of these initial fights. They've lost so many entries. We saw the MAC-10 coming out secret, find a kill. We saw previously a couple times in the upper bomb site, those AKs just winning out against the M4s with ease. NIP's got to be able to clean these up. But Ence is doing a really good job of giving them like really tricky fights. It hasn't felt like NIP players have been comfortable in the duels that they've found. Ence is really quickly in their face. Again, smoke wall, 2 players gonna cross. A little bit of a tap. Shot fired. 2 players down low, and that's going to bring Hampus with the 5-7 downstairs as well. But NIP, with that losing secret and losing outside, want to get investigative towards lobby. S-Tag pushed into hut.
So boost for Dia to check the decontamination stairs. Again, though, tons of map control. Fuzi down here with the Deagle.
They're just trying to show like that they're taking this bomb site, that utility's being spent. They're trying to pull somebody from the upper bomb site out into the open for the players that are there. NIP's doing a pretty good job, though, of remaining composed. That's unfortunate.
It's good check.
Yeah, it's so tough for Fuzi, though, to know where to look. You don't even know how many bodies are down there.
This is exactly what Dia was always going to do, because he did it 2 rounds, 3 rounds ago with the MAC-10. He wants to push all the way through the site. If they aren't going to rotate to him, he's going to flank them, but he could have been caught out, even though it was just the Deagle. He could have been caught out by Fuzi, so good to check all corners. Spinks holding out in radio. He knows that they're going to be pushing through, and he's ready for it. Nice spray down. I know it's just an anti-eco, but solid.
That's at an M4, man. That's a third kill as well. Yeah, he's on point. Good shooting from Spinks. 9-3 for him. 7-0 for Ence T-side nuke. Not really a whole lot to even talk about for NIP outside of the fact they're just getting deleted at the moment.
S-Tag yet to find the score sheet.
He's got that big old goose egg.
Unfortunately for him, yeah. But
as does the team.
Yes, Fuzi's at 6-5. Get him rolling with an AWP more frequently.
Yeah,
he has now.
It's all well and good if your Opera's having a good game. That's obviously great. I mean, no one's gonna be upset about that one. But if your riflers on Nuke aren't having good games, you have nothing to stop these kind of fast, aggressive plays that Ence has been throwing at you. And again, here we go. Dia, pop flash, off angle. S-Tag is gonna find that. Good kill for him. Outside, Snappy can't control the spray. This time, the fights go the way of NIP. Finally, they can have a man advantage, and in fact, make it 2.
S-Tag got that spray down through the edge of the wall as well. Reverse it mini based on the call, because Hampus was in behind box. And they know that they've been playing the vent. Sprays to it. Spinks beats him through. No damage dealt, but Hades will fall. S-Tag stepping up this round. Definitely on the board now. And perhaps NIP will follow suit, because Spinks and Madden, the only 2 left. And Madden, upstairs still, locked out from the vents, has to find access to this lower bomb site. Spinks is essentially playing solo at this point.
Yeah, just get the bomb planted, see what kills you can find from there. If you're Madden, you don't have to think about playing the bomb and trying to actually win the round. Kill some of the players trying to rotate, take some weapons away. Spinks gets lured into holding the angle. Rez comes from the opposite side. And Madden, you got no play left. Walk into the upper bomb site. You do have Plopsky here, who likely won't expect this hut play. But the verticality is tough to deal with. NIP's on the board with 5 players surviving.
Yeah, Madden didn't have the confidence or the information to lurk the ramp sooner. If he had have maybe come down and pinched that play, maybe there's a world they can hold off the retake. But great round from STAG that time. Hampus as well being a little more aggressive. You just finished saying if the rifles aren't working. Well, this round, they were everything. This was a great peek as well, because as you mentioned, he was holding right side. They timed that perfectly. So 7-1, Rez, early nade. Dia's going to get forward of that. No additional smokes outside, though, so he's playing for dry peaks at this point. Now they'll land. Rez flames through it, tags him. Now he knows he's there. Sound cue, but anticipates wrong on where to spray, and Dia will hold the stairwell.
Decent damage, though. 3 players in the upper bomb site for NIP on defense. They've been busted there a couple times. They want to shore things up. This time, Ence, they can actually go deep into the playbook because they've been wrecking NIP so much in this half, and they're going to start wrapping. So a new look. Madden is going to get up towards heaven. 2 players outside in garage, including the bomb. Spinks just looking for this push, and it's there. They just haven't explored all the way into his position quite yet. Rez and S-Attack have overtaken lobby. Oh, Rez is in trouble. Spinks is looking for this. It's all about timing. Spinks has been going back and forth between ladder. He's going to see it. Easy kill. Easy opening frag.
Big one to find. Rez would have got so much information on that. Now they are still pushed up in lobby. Madden's gone all the way around already. 38 seconds. He's going to hold this position at heaven. This is a problem for them because they'll never expect him to be that far up the rafters.
It's just so patient. And Madden, it's bold, but I mean, it's the educated guess, right? Like, you know that they know that you've taken outside, that their only real option is to push towards lobby. That's the standard protocol. And then obviously, when Spinks finds someone pushing up the ladder, you know likely they're going to be in lobby. Multiple players. So Madden's able to have the confidence to just wheel out heaven and get a great hold. S-Tag trying to hold the line. Spinks shuts him down as well.
Spinks went over the roof at the exact time that S-Tag went back to hunt for that as well. He went outside to wrap it and couldn't find him anywhere.
NIP just got worked this round. Worked. That's the kind of round, if you're NIP, these are the ones that make you feel real nervous as a player, just because you got read so well. Like, you had no idea what was happening everywhere you went. Rez gets caught off guard trying to flank up roof. Madden's able to get that kill in towards hut as well, and you weren't even expecting someone to be up in rafters at that point. That's the one that just says, oh, we're in for a long map. Buckle in. 8-1.
8-1. So NIP can't convert the second round after finally getting a gun. Gun round, that is. But they are going to be back on rifles this time. They've still got Fuzi saving that AWP, so it's a full buy on the CT side.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, you mentioned it. Just the timing on that. Spinks is able to get away.
Be loving it.
Here we go, round 10. Diha and Snappy outside. Hampus is going to be in mini. Plopsky dropped. Pushing hut behind the Molotov. Nobody is catching Spinks off guard right now. He's 12-4. 12 kills in these 9 rounds. Missed shot for Fuzi.
Flash goes deep. Hampus trying to use that to his advantage. A little bit late behind it, so a second one thrown. Need red crate. That's decently placed. So is that bullet. Dia gone. First time they've run the rifle inside of the stairwell, and they know that secret's been a problem, so it's a good adaptation.
good utility to hold him at bay as well. Running out of nades is Ence. They've had set up this wall of smokes, but Hampa's position has shut everything down. The Molotov as well. Oh, Madden didn't expect that. He might still win the fight, though. Hampa's going to disappear inside the smoke, but Snappy's waiting for him to exit on the other side. 4-on-3, back to a man advantage. S-Tag pinned down in towards Mini. Upper bomb site is lost. They know his position, can't transfer over, and it's just Fuzi with the up and another missed shot, and there's no way he's going to build upon it after that. Ence looking unstoppable.
It's a tough free peek to take as well when the AWP player is the exact one you missed. He gets a clean lineup toward Heaven. 9-1 indeed. And even with him being in Heaven, they were going to jump vents and head lower either way, not deal with him. So second timeout called now from NIP. DJL not looking too impressed about things.
No, how can you? How can you look impressed by anything you're seeing so far on the NIP side? I'm sure the comms as well are chaotic. So many looks Ence has given you and a very tricky play style to go up against. Hades keeping Fuzi pinned down at the end. Second timeout taken from the Ninjas as they're trying desperately just to hold on to this first half. I mean, it's already spiraled out of control. Now it's about finding some way to get back into it.
Yep, absolutely.
We've got 5 rounds left to do it.
Molotov's down, nades everything in front of Fuzi. Fires in, can't get the shots. He's missed again as Fuzi is going to, I thought, crumble to the utility. He's on 3 HP. Res tag to 16. He does at least manage to get Snappy, so the man advantage narrowly to NIP.
Yeah, but this is that same kind of execute they did with the MAC-10s, remember? And they had all the little lurkers set up across the map. This time, it's going to be a pinch towards ramp room. 3 players coming from lobby. Spinks, this should be an easy kill. Rez has no idea it's coming. He's low on HP. There's the op as well. Fuzi, that's a tough peek for him to take. Spinks has that as well. 4-on-3. Even if they weren't headshots, they were so low it wouldn't have mattered. Down vents we go as NIP desperately try to recover, and maybe this is it. Hampus beats the Molotov. He's got a double.
Good hold. A chance in it. Still up a man after all of the exchanges. Madden's going to change that, but he's stuck inside of the site now alone. Bomb in his hand. Great job from Hampus. 3 kills in the round. Madden trying to use that small hole in the door, unaware of where Hampus has gone. He's come out from the control room, takes matters into his own hands, and NIP get their second round.
Yeah, beating that Molotov was absolutely massive. Ence never expected that, but still, if you're the Ninjas, you were caught out in that round. That's won by heroic individual effort from Hampus. That's not going to happen too often. Good opening kill from Rez, surviving a little bit longer as well, but this is obviously the big boy play. Hampus having enough of Ence, enough of their shenanigans. And he controls control room. Second round on the board for NIP. Money still very, very safe for Ence. Another new look, upper execute. You can see him lining up the Molotovs. Hampus has already rotated downstairs towards Secret. It's just Plopsky, it's just S-Tag. Fuzi's all the way back in CT spawn. It's just going to be these 2 players. They're under a lot of pressure. Uh-oh.
Nope. So flash high. They are going to back off on this, though. So they have the information to the ramp. Baited out a bit of utility. Hampus still at the stairs. This is where he went last round. Trying to start things off. Turned out very well for him. Fuzi this time not going to miss. He's going to take Madden down. Plopsky on the hot snap. He's coming out, but they know that, and he'll relay the information to S-Tag. That's good enough to find a kill. They did lose Hampus in all this, though, and Spinks is just looking so solid. Rez with the flank, finally getting control of radio. It's going to force Spinks to go. Hades is outside. He's trying to swing underneath. Spinks could actually get inside the vent right now. No, he can't. Fuzi's going to spot that out. He had the AWP trained on it the whole time, and the Molotov at the bottom already was going to be a problem. Oh, that's a problem.
That's bold. Hades has the op now. Let's see what he can do with it. Rez going to be retaking from ramp room. There's plenty of time for him to set up. 1 down vents, 1 down ramp. Hades in the back of the bomb site. Doesn't feel like he can get away just yet. Out in the open.
He swings it in. Oh, tried to shut the door rather than fight in front of him, and Plopsky gets that shot off before he's ready to react. It will be another round. NIP 9-3. Questionable and close, but it was a good push from Rez to force the issue, force them downstairs. Even though they lost the information, I'm surprised Fuzi rotated the way he did. But 9-3, they get it going.
Spinks is so on point at the moment. This is such a filthy kill as he just kind of slides outdoor. Actually, we're not going to see it, but man, he's gotten some stunning frags for Ence in this game so far. Ence is going to take a timeout with a 6-round lead. 3 rounds left in this half, but obviously wanting to extend this as much as possible. Not wanting to have to deal with any close intensity in the second half. Obviously, another buy going to come in. Ence has been able to build up so much cash, obviously, during this massive run that they've had. 9-1 run to start this map in the first 10 rounds. NIP have won the previous 2 that we've played. Building a bit of momentum and trying to close the gap.
Outside this time, backs away. Smokes go in front. Single smoke now. They'll add the wall to it, the full wall. Molotov on top of the blue container. That's going to force him down as well. So the elevated position, not able to see through the edge of the smoke there, is the defensive incendiary. Jump across it though. Hades just nailed him in return.
Yeah, I did. One player's down low already. That's Rez. Quiet game from him so far. He's been a big talking point for NIP throughout ESL Pro League. I don't know if he's gone quiet so much as Ence has just played such a fantastic game so far.
Fuzi checking backwards outside, not knowing if they have committed to lower or not because they lost the rifler that was trying to get that information and shut them down.
Rez is very much all on his own. Fuzi is up in heaven, Klopsky and Squeaky Door, S-Tag in lobby. This is everything to do for Rez. Smoke is perfect, coming out a window. Good headshot from Dia. Rez had the read, but not quick enough.
Smart play, had to take matters into his own hands. Rather than sit in that corner and let them control his fate, he went aggressive. But not aggressive enough. They are going to go ramp. All 3 at the ramp as well. And Spinks is yet to rotate down below. He needs to get there soon. If his teammates fall, he will be out of position, having to rotate back toward one of the 2 doorways and enter. Good shot, Madden. Down below. Looks for the second information gained. Does the damage onto Plopsky, and Dia follows him up. Fuzi realizes his fate is sealed. He's going to try and get away with the AWP, but he's not going to be given that easily, and Madden has that down as well.
Good shooting from Madden. Just smart, controlled play from Ence. Really solid fundamentally. Nobody over peaking. Good hold from Madden in that lower bomb site. Obviously, some confidence from Spinks as well, saying, I'm not seeing anyone vent. Not seeing anyone rotate down vents. There was a timing they could have beaten his vision. Obviously, fortunate to a certain degree through the smoke. Knew his position, but a nice headshot that connects. And this was great from Madden, even surviving a little bit longer. 7-round lead for Ence. Back to pistols. Half buy for NIP. Hampus has no options. He's got to give up outside. He wanted to fight, wanted the challenge.
Madden. He's going to look over top. Hampus tries to spot it with a deagle. Madden will know exactly where he is, so Hampus will be wise perhaps not to try and retake the AK, but unfortunately he walks around the corner to find an AWP instead. Maybe the AK would have been better. That's going to give them outside again. 1 inside secret stairs, 1 already going to heaven.
Yeah, and Spinks is all the way back towards T-spawn. He's just like, I'm not getting caught. I don't push all you want. Come clear this spot if you really have the inkling for it. Madden's going to bide his time. So Fuzi down low, Plopsky looking mini by Hut, S-Tag right beneath the heaven drop, and Resin Squeak Door. 1 for, good kills from Plopsky. Madden did find one, Diha finds another one as well. That's Plopsky that finally gets shut down. 5-7 doesn't connect, and it's Fuzi to come up the vents. Right about meow. And he's dropped, 11-3.
Dropped indeed. Yeah, Plopsky does well to get 2 kills, but it's still a very one-sided game so far. Round 15. Last of the half, and NIP will buy up everything available to them.
been such a cool half. It almost feels like in the later stages, Ence is just on such a roll at the moment. They're steamrolling, but like the first 7-8 rounds from Ence, like tactically, like such a cool way to open up a T-side half of Nuke. And NIP never could control anything. Campus hops on the ladder for safety as he reloads.
Dia's already outside again, unspotted this time, but they have a player down below.
Yeah, but there's no smoke wall, and I don't think they actually heard that. So I don't think there's any way for Hampus to know that someone has crossed secret.
This guy's like the Undertaker this game.
You're still kind of, he's not aware of it. See, he's thinking someone has this cross. Yeah, knife out. He does get a slash, fair play, but that's not gonna do much. He's gotta be so frustrated. He's like, how does nobody know? The timing of it, without smokes outside, nobody actually was able to catch a glimpse. And again, this is around NIP, have no clue what's happening across the map.
Snappy looking to find an angle. S-Tag, meanwhile, holds off for one. That was through the vent. He's confused as to where the shot came from. Meanwhile, Rez gets Snappy down. Madden strikes on S-Tag while that chaos ensues. Good retake by Rez to get onto the floor. Dia comes up the ladder, nails it. Oh, he's got the read as well. He's not aware that he's done the damage. It's unconfirmed, but he's got the bomb, and he knows that Rez is on the other side, so he is gone. He'll hear Rez chasing as well. He could tap and hold. It's exactly what he's going to do, and Rez has to open the door. Pre-fire in, and he nails it because he's low HP. Very well done from Dia. 12-3. Ence absolutely dominate the opening half against NIP. See if they can close out the game when we come back.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Under heaven, let's go main.
Wait, let's go main fast.
Main, left side main. Could be heaven. Up under heaven, he was. Heaven. Look at him, look at him. Nice! Nice Lotan. Thank you. Nice Lotan.
Well, so far it has been easy for Ence. It's 12-3. NIP not able to get anything really going in that first half at all. And unfortunately for them, their first half was on the CT side of the nuke.
Yeah, that was a beatdown. That's kind of scary. We got Dooley watch on Diha. He's going to be on top of the hut. Probably hold down that upper bomb site no matter where the rest of his teammates are rotating. He'll likely be the last one to go. Rez, Fuzi, Plopsky walking outside. Hampus and S-Tag waiting towards ramp room, lined up. It looks like they want to split towards that lower bomb site. Only one smoke to help them cross, as well as the P250. Snappy's got to be aware of the possibility of the split in towards ramp room. How do they shift the defense on this one?
Snappy trying to get a few headshots as they approach him. He was very sharp, so was Spinks in the first half. Hampus, the one that waits. Oh, get one at a time. That's not it. That's not it at all. Snappy's just absolutely obliterated them. Bombs on the ground. Fuzi and Rez might be coming from the other side of the site, but they've got a long way to go.
And they've been spotted. A long way to go with Ence having complete knowledge of where they are. And bomb is going to be so hard to recover. 50 seconds left on the clock. A kill, quite nice from Rez with the P250, but still a lot to find. Problem too is like it's going to take a while to get there and get the bomb. You're going to have these extended fights. By the time you pick up the bomb, you'll likely only have like one option, right? You'll have to kind of commit to that lower site. And all four players are going to be here. It's all decided coming around this corner, and that happened quick.
Perhaps too quick.
Did you just give a little wink? Like, yeah, of course I can get those two headshots.
Easy peasy.
Easy for Snappy.
Well, it's pretty grim on the NIP side, I think. Not a lot of talking, not a lot of emotion. Get this one over with.
Yeah, tech pause coming out really quick as well. Yeah, what are you supposed to do there? Just wonderful headshots from Snappy, shuts everything down. Yeah, everyone looking a little confused. Like, oh, how's this happening? We didn't expect this when we woke up today, and obviously Snappy's having a good time. Ence is having a good time. I just saw at halftime Natu tweeting out, is you know, getting up there in years. He had to take a nap to prepare for the game today. He knew there was going to be a lot of emotions.
Smart man.
He hasn't had any of the negative emotions yet to deal with, though, so that nap might have been unnecessary.
Well,
naps are always useful.
I was going to say, naps are never unnecessary. Never underestimate the power of a good nap. That's the real afternoon delight.
10-round lead for Ence. 12-3 on their T side. Looking to just have a cakewalk here in the second half, especially winning the pistol round. Ancient is up next. NIP's pick, and we saw them play it fantastically against Liquid earlier in the quarterfinals.
Absolutely true. And that's who they beat to get here. Movistar was who Ence went through.
Yeah.
And they were looking impressive after going 5-0 in the group stages against everyone's prediction. And
yeah, that was a wild group. That was a wild group to follow.
And they took the first map off of Ence as well. I think it was 16-14. It was pretty close. Second one, not so much. 16-2, and then couldn't close out the series. But Ence able to reverse sweep if you want. Is 2 maps a sweep, really, though? I mean,
we allow it. D has pushed up towards red box. Hades firing off some shots, letting Hampus know one's playing far back, trying to give Diha the space to work with. Smoke not clearing, and the timing on this is brutal for Hampus. Absolutely brutal. Snappy playing deep in towards ramp room as well.
Ooh, Rez. Ooh, Rez! The timing. I thought he was going to get caught out. He spotted the flash coming. He evades it, runs, and comes back with an absolutely resounding double headshot. Deagle kills. It's going to be Plopsky that has to get Spinks down after he takes 2 back. Look at the HP, though. Rez 14.
Oh, my lord. He handled the 3rd shot.
What?
Woof. Rez is on one right now, but still very winnable for Snappy. He's got to know his teammates have got to have called out. Low HP on so many players. Snappy doesn't want to let the planter out of the bomb site. He knows he likely has some kind of a 1v1. Now, no idea. Rez has slipped the net. Quietly moving around, and he's going to find the first, but he's brought low.
Yeah, he's brought very low. Winnable for Rez. Snappy's looking down the ladder. He doesn't know he's in the corner. He's going to look outside. Oh, Rez. I don't think he saw the gun barrel. Is he aware that he was peeking that direction? Knife out. Bomb's not planted for him, but he's low enough that when he taps it, he's not even going to consider upstairs. Rez not taking any chances on 2 HP, does not want to even let a thread of his clothing show, and Snappy has to concede this.
Yeah, he's got no
He gives it up, he has no information. Oh, he's gone. Rez will go down with the bomb, but it may not matter.
I actually...
He might get away. He might get all the way back to spawn here. He's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's only recovered the SMG, so not the biggest deal in the world. It's that deagle that you want to hold on to. That is a magic deagle. Keep that alive at all costs. Brilliant round from Rez. But again, it's like, great. That's cool. It's a nice little highlight clip that'll probably pop up on Reddit, but this is now what? The Rez triple kill we have in this round with the deagle outside, the Hampus quad kill that he had in the lower bomb site on control. Like, too many rounds for NIP just won by individual heroics, and we still haven't seen them put together a team performance that can slow down this march of Ence. Well done from Rez. I can't believe Snappy actually cleared all the way outside heaven, just didn't turn that final quarter.
I like that. I like some coordination, some camaraderie in the fan cam.
Camaraderie?
Camaraderie. Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Snappy waiting to try and replicate Rez, but he's tagged, dinked up through the door. They'll have heard that, but he's going to hold his nerve. Hold the pin and that grenade between his teeth, maybe. Hampus gets the shot instead. He started it off. No assist on the play.
Madden's already rotated downstairs with that 5-7. What can he get done? I don't think he's going to want to really peek up too much into this window, but he's definitely in front of the Molotov. As they come in, he wants to slide out. Good headshot from Fuzi. And Hades might want to start considering saving the M4. If someone comes towards him and he's able to get a kill, maybe they're motivated to move forward. But with a shotgun and a low HP scout, he's really the only one who has a standing in the retake. So they back off. They got plenty of rounds to play with. AK-47 picked up. NIP closed the gap just a little bit. They're up to 5. Nothing to get excited about, though, Matt.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, we might. It's stranger things have happened in the world of Counter-Strike. But I will contain myself, Jason.
Hold it in.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I will do my best. Bomb detonates downstairs. So NIP with back-to-back rounds after that sensational deagle effort from Rez.
Sensational doesn't quite cut it. That was unreal.
Miraculous?
Sure.
Outstanding?
There might not be a word in the English language.
We can make one then.
Drive by.
You gotta love the MP9 running gun mechanics.
Round 19. Strong buy with the AK-47 they picked up right at the end. Nade just kind of tickles Hampus outside. Hampus and Rez to work together to take control of Yard.
We caught it at the end, but that's a splendid start for the scout. Hampus goes down. Hades trying to swing back out and get a second one as well, as there's Rez that's there with his AK this time, not the deagle. Perhaps even more scary. Don't get caught out on the textures behind you. Couldn't jump away. That is always so frustrating when that happens.
That made me nervous. That made my stomach like give some butterflies as well when I saw that. That's the worst experience of the whole game.
There's a ladder in CT spawn and Dust 2 that does that to me all the time. It's like a wooden ladder that's laying down sideways.
Okay.
And it has a collision on it that every friggin' time I try and peek mid, I get caught on. It's so annoying.
Alrighty, deathmatching with Sadakist.
Yes. Yeah, well, listen, I didn't mention that it was deathmatch, but...
we all know.
It's all I do. No, but it is frustrating, and in that situation, when an AK's staring you down, ooh, it's tough.
Hades is spotted 2. Plopsky's gonna fall back, though, after that information. These scout shots not landing after the beautiful first one.
I thought he had that last one. That was so close.
It's Madden, but S-Tag has nothing left to do. Diaz pushed up. That's great little warning system over towards ramp room. They can kind of ignore it. Leave him there. Maybe he gets one. Even if he goes down, he's got a lot of information early on for you. And Spinks remains on point.
Opsky already inside of the doorway, but he's in a 1-on-3 and he's about to get found either way. Dia upgrades. He'll grab an AK that was down, and Snappy with the final kill. Ence now on 14 rounds. Ancient is next. You mentioned it earlier as well. NIP played very well on it in the previous series. We'll have to see if they can wake up on that if we get there very shortly. There's the shot we snapped to at the end.
Dang. He has got moves as well, hopping up.
Overpass the third if needed. If needed. There we go.
Yeah, he's got 300 euros in his hat and his beanie.
More money than I have.
Yours is all, you know, invested in tires and...
That's not an investment, let's be honest. It's a good time.
It's a good time. That's all you can ask for, Matt.
Yeah, it's true.
Ooh, no one watching this. Hampus has slipped the net. Very aggressive. This is an odd timing as well. Player inside of the bomb site. If he spots it out, that could be huge. D has tucked into the corner. There's the spot towards Mini. Good win for Hampus. They're going to move forward. D has so much to do. First kill is his. Spray cannot be continued. Hades swaps out to the AK and almost doubles it up.
Speed from NIP finally to take a site. It's going to catch them off. They can't reposition fast enough. Needs to be aware that there's one below. He gets res. Now that does create a small problem.
Spinks as well.
Because the bomb was over in that position. And you're right, it is Spinks. Bomb's forward of the boxes, so he's not fully aware of it just yet. And it's going to be planted safely eventually, and Spinks has to rotate around him. He came up the ladder, they didn't see him. Going in through the hut, closes the angle and might allow the silos to limit the peak from heaven if he gets in fast enough. Hashtag 47, easily doable for the M4, but now that's going to signal the upper player. Smart Molotov. Because Hampus is on 9, and there's a real chance he could tap this away, but Spinks goes down to 12 in that exchange, and he's going to get flashed off. Bomb planted for Hampus. He knows exactly what the situation is, and it's going to be a tap first. Hampus being patient, flashes in, he looks away, but can't get the aim, and Hampus will win it for NIP.
And Hampus has had some huge rounds for NIP in this game, obviously, keeping them alive here with a nice clutch. That Molotov towards heaven would have been perfect if Hampus didn't drop one of his own on the bomb. Spinks might have been able to get that first kill and just sit the defuse with the HP that Hampus was working with, but the counter Molotov, they just negated each other and allowed Hampus to play once the flames subsided. Good win. It's a good win, but NIP's fighting so hard just to stay alive, just to keep the most minimal grip on this map. D-Hub pushed up outside to red box. The lone M4 on the board for Ence. Ooh, and he gets a win. Nice, through the corner of the box. The damage is done. And Hades now with an AWP is going to take up that position. Diha. Looks like he wants to try and fall back under cover of the AWP. NIP haven't made a decision yet.
Rez waiting for it. Hades shot in. Not gonna land. Dia slides out though. Fuzi's ready. A whole greeting party of NIP standing at the silo.
Surprised to see Diha go for that follow-up peek. NIP was ready for it. Hades with the all pass to back away towards heaven.
Gotta back away and not overextend either. Oh,
that's
timing. That's quite unfortunate. Gets down to the locker position. And as he rotates back out, he's already missed the first player sliding by. He will get Fuzi, though. Good shot. Unaware, though, of how close they are. Meanwhile, S-Tag's trying to go toward the ramp. Rez, that's the one he didn't see. That's how close he was. He thought he could get a free peek back toward the garage. Rez was already holding the angle.
He had the benefits of timing like twice, and he finally got punished. Live by the sword, die by the sword. And now you have awkward weapons for Ence. Where can they be positioned? This is the bomb, actually. Plopsky's alone. A huge fight to win. Madden misses the opportunity. Plopsky's going to make his way into the bomb site. The shotgun can't get involved in the action. The Deagle on Snappy's going to come up through secret. But NIP should be able to get up to 7.
I think he made noise. Well, he didn't now. Oh my god, shotgun. It's an AWP. Oh, well struck from Rez. I was like, that's an AWP. He baits out one shot, he's dead.
Oh, classic Mag 7, where you think you're close enough to get the one-shot kill, and it just brings him down to 14.
Go to a ladder.
Yeah, tough to jiggle the ladder as well, isn't it? You could see him considering it. You could see him going for it. Snappy, the only one remaining, going to keep the Galil in hand. He can pass that Deagle over to a teammate, but that's a full investment from Ence in that round. They'll have to sit this next one out. If he catches the AK-47, that'd be great.
So good on NIP to string a few rounds together in succession. Man, oh man, that's so unfortunate. All right, 14 HP. And then he's just like, oh, okay, well, spotted you. It looks ridiculous.
Fair play, though. Yeah, it does.
The body just doesn't even move. It just appears and disappears.
All right, round 22. NIP still fighting back.
Comes up with a big smiling face when he repeaks. Dia outside already. He's going to try and hold the angle at red, but they're on just the very basic birth weaponry, aside from Snappy. Oh, okay, Hampus. Not bad. Just barely clips the edge of Hades' head. Dia manages to get in behind the box at red. He's not going to be spotted yet. If Hampus stands up as he just did once more, though, he might be. Look at the aim. Strained, he saw it. Yeah, he saw the top of his head. Oh, he's missed that, though. Man, a little higher this time. Kaboom. He's like, come on, man. Bring the angle anywhere. There it is. So this one should go NIP's way. 14-8. What do we say, Jason? Double digits?
Sure, we can have that. Galil and USP not strong enough to hold on to the 4-man hit. Yeah, I guess double digits would be a good starting point. I usually do like within striking distance, which in my mind is about 4 rounds, four-ish rounds, 4 to 5. Which is also double digits in this case.
There you go.
Bomb has been planted.
So Spinks. Just, you know, hope and a prayer. 22 kills. Add to those, maybe. Hampus has never even left the silo. He's like, I'm the king of the hill. Play that game where someone gets up on top in the sandbox and you got to knock them off, and the big kid always wins.
I'll say, while we don't really know if this comeback is gonna come all the way to actually challenge for the map, it is obviously Hampus has done a great job, and a couple other individuals on the NIP side have done a great job of just doing enough to let NIP play themselves kind of back into this map, like play themselves to the point where they've woken up, where it feels like they're actually alive and like focused and actually challenging for some of these rounds. It actually looked like they were just going to get deleted from the server in map 1, but it's good to see. Maybe they started out a little bit sluggish, maybe communication was a bit low and quiet, and energy and emotion wasn't quite there. Did seem like NIP was flat to begin, but at the very least, they've arrived now. The question is just how far is that going to take them? 6 rounds back. No ADVP on Hades for Ence. No kits on the CT side. All M4s and a decent amount of utility.
So Plopsky all the way back. They'll set the smokes outside, he and Fuzi. And Hampus S-Tag Rez will capitalize on their positioning to try and get downstairs. He is the one that's there. You can see all the nades coming through. Identified, though, by peeking before that first one plumed that they weren't that close yet, so holds the nade off for a moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
It's literally just like, that's what you do when, like, you have bad aim. It's like the round's over, you just swing your gun around, you're like, woo, having fun here. It just nails him with it. All right.
Rez, though, look at Rez. Rez, this is a great position. He gets one more through the smoke. Why not? I mean, I don't really know what to say about that one.
Yeah, that's pretty foolish.
Yeah, because
right, Rez did one up him.
He was going to be a freebie on Rez. The fact that he gets the follow-up kill is spectacular. Well, Rez has arrived.
Yep, he's in this game. He was huge against Liquid. Let's not forget that. I remember walking through the lobby after that game finished, and
yeah,
I think it was Elige was speaking with someone else. He said, yeah, you either get 3 kills from Rez or 30. Today he got 30.
Today was a 30 day.
Yep. So if he comes alive, man, oh man, watch out. Downstairs they go, and we can already see the hold.
There's a lot of flashbangs on this NIP side, though, to pop flash this corner if you tuck yourself way far back so they can't hear the pin being pulled, but they decide to go contact. They decide to try and just be real sneaky about it. Rez gonna turn the corner. No one looks right. No one looks right. Madden is able to spray down all 3. They slide into it, and I think it's the time on the clock that made them nervous, that made them rush that just a little bit, lose a few details. No pop flash, no clearing hard right. There was 10 seconds on the clock. Triple kill from Madden gives Ence 7 opportunities to close the map. It almost looked like he's using like arrow keys when he's doing that.
Yeah. What a huge effort. You mentioned all the flashes and they didn't even use one.
Yeah, they wanted to keep it quiet as long as possible.
Well, they might get quieted here in this round. If Ence wins this, it's over. We move on to map 2. Dia trying to do damage through the squeaky door. Spinks up above it will fall off of Hut. Smoke was already in place. Molotov down below him. And outside, we see Hampus setting up again with smokes to cover the big garage once more. They're leaving Molotov off on the stairs. D is going to try and get up above. No Molotov on the crate this time, but they're staring at it because it's the most likely place to get peeked from.
Decent amount of damage, though. Hampus stays close to the smoke, hugs it tight. Actually, they're going to walk right through. The question is how many? Hades hasn't seen anything just yet. Oh, there it is. Smoke clears. NIP took a little bit too long. Almost had the follow-up. He nailed that shot earlier, but he's also been punished by the timing of that player. It was Rez previously, and he drops into the bomb site. So Snappy's a little bit on an island. They have to push lobby now because they have nobody who can protect above or underneath heaven. That's where Hampus and Rez are both heading.
Up they go.
They're clearing out lobby, radio, and the passage to ramp room right now for Snappy so that he can feel comfortable and he can get a glimpse towards the bottom of the ladder, but he might not see anything.
He's making noise. That's going to be heard as well because you can already see the positioning of Hampus below Rez, who Rez now going to work at the upper site will create chaos. Peeks any further on that. Might get spotted. He'll go down. Hampus is trying to chase the man he heard that was scurrying toward the ramp position. So they know he's down here somewhere, but where is he gone? And Hampus needs to be aware of all angles. Snappy, this is tough. He's going to get peeked. Good angle and entry as Plopsky had the aim trained on it, as it was Fuzi that wanted to clear the orange box. And now Rez with the ramp. Spinks has problems getting back that direction.
Snappy was on his own for so long. That had to have been so frustrating. He got pinched from 3 different angles, and he had nobody there in support. Plopsky up above behind the silo. Towards control window, a little bit of spam coming through. Not enough damage is dealt. How much does Ence want to commit to this retake?
Was he trying to bounce that nade up? Because that would have been cool, but he didn't succeed. Either way, Hampus gone. Bomb still continues to tick. Plopsky, that's huge. He did step out late. They didn't clear it fully, and he's the one that swings the round. It's Madden trying to do something to get back into it, but too far gone is the time on the bomb, and too low is his life as he tries to scurry and run. He's far enough away now to survive 10 HP, but it's 15-9 as NIP hold on for one more.
Yeah, that was a tough round for NIP to take. Not too bad from Ence, just never able to rotate anyone downstairs to help Snappy out. That could have been a much stronger hold. He goes 1 for 1. Good kill from Hades, making this possible in a 3 versus 3, but it's Plopsky who's the hero in this round. Double kill from behind the silo, shuts things down, especially with time running low. I think a timeout, obviously, as you can see, called by Ence. As they talk things over, I believe that is number 3. He doesn't look nervous.
Looks confused now. Maybe he heard you. He's like, what do you mean nervous?
Nerves, what are those?
I'm finished. No, he's not. So NIP utilizing all the timeouts available to them, rightfully so. Still a chance in this. They'll want to believe as best as possible they can pull this to overtime. Danes aren't quite as stoic as Finns, are they?
No, I don't think so.
Spinks up close this time with the MP9, so limited weapons again. Another chance for NIP to capitalize. Spinks is going to get aggressive, though, on this particular SMG. S-Tag, the one that waits with the AK, and makes no mistake on it. Takes a little bit of damage. Plopsky behind him, actually, was the one that got hit. S-Tag takes down 80s, who thought, I'll do the same thing. Why not?
Let's throw one more at it.
Yeah, I think so.
First 2 didn't work, but it was a great idea. The execution just wasn't there. Let's give the M4 a chance. Oh, wait. One more. There's someone on top of Hut. Snappy, your turn.
At first you don't succeed. Try again. Also, the definition of insanity.
Yeah. I'm fine to mix a little insanity into this.
Well, that's why we're here. Here we go.
Come on, do it. Come on.
I thought 100% he was going to swing. Have a laugh, boys. Backs off. Squeaky door still open. He's locked in the corner, though. Gets 1 kill, but tagged very considerably down to 14. Didn't have the armor to go along with that. Here we go. That's not bad. Snappy, not the bomb. That would have been lovely if it was, because then they would have to come back and fight him, which they're going to do anyway. And Fuzi will get the kill, 15-10. Poor guy.
At least he's got back support. 5-round lead for Ence. They're whittling into it. I still don't think we haven't seen an op yet on Hades in the CT side. Oh, yes, we have. Excuse me. In fact, we've seen it twice that I can think of. I've lost my mind.
Yep.
I was just so excited with these hut pushes. Auto shotgun on Spinks. He drops down to a weaker weapon. Outside we go. Molotov smoke wall set up. Hades has got Hampus turning the corner. Man advantage for Ence. They can play a little bit passively. They can force NIP to make a disadvantaged decision. And it looks like they're going to turn in towards Mini. Spinks with the shotgun, D-HUD Mini to hold the line. Timing is everything. He turned away. Oh, saw the shadow. Saw the shadow. He's going to double up.
And there comes Hades to support that play. Even gets the assist. Madden on all three of those with the flash. Here comes Spinks. Shotgun. The Alligator will chomp away at S-Tag. And we've got the game going to Ence. The first map, it took him a little bit longer in the end, despite an excellent opener. But now we switch over to Ancient, Jason, and NIP. Back against the wall.
We switch over to Ancient and we switch over to Heku, who's down with the players ready to go.
Yeah, Moses, right now I'm joined by the coach of Ence. You guys had a remarkable T-side. If I recall correctly, it was like 12 rounds, but then like you got the pistol round in the second half, and then it was so hard for you to get like, the remaining rounds. Why so?
I mean, Resh hit some nice shots on the second round with Deagle. And that was it. They won the round. Then we really couldn't get our money going at any point. So it was kind of rough, but in the end, we did close it. So good for us, I guess.
I mean, definitely it's good for us then. Good luck on Ancient.
Thank you.
Making a pretty strong case. Yeah, throws it to the wind with 2. And it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros, sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1, you'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive in CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Amy?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, no?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay. But there were so many coaches you could have said. What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach passed in Never Junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CS. Go.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I can see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred? Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite,
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I see. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
It's okay.
Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that. I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Name 3 things who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 things Hunter hits. Cube, the... I got lost. How do you say opposite to cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms. Losing finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team. It's gonna be exciting.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy.
Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Did you find out?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with CSGO.
Well, there was a band. A straight throw you a shady one.
Nothing but thieves.
CSGO team.
100 thieves.
No, nothing but teams.
This is band.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. A band called No, Bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a band.
Oh my god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about a name.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take that, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, double pony.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So that is true. I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a.
But yeah,
it's a
it
Czech
is.
team.
Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence again.
Lincoln Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we have to fight against them.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding.
Let me do another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there not? Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yeah.
X twice.
Okay, guys, so we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now, the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are focused more on B. The second thing to watch out for also in the connector is whenever this flash is thrown. Now, this flash signals a more A-sided default where Kerrigan is also in connector and FaZe as a whole are focused more on getting control towards the A side of the map. Now, over on the CT side, we also want to know the basic positions of players on the map. We should be looking out for Rain as the A rifler, Brokey as the A opper, Kerrigan and Twist as the B players, and lastly, Rops as the B rotator. The last thing to look out for is this close monster setup at B. Kerrigan and Twist like to play this setup quite often where one player is playing anti-flash and the second is taking contact. Being able to break this setup will be the key to hitting B. That's going to wrap it up. Look out for these tendencies the next time FaZe play on Overpass.
What up, Future Pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break, but shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump through the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
I'm gonna go for the back guy. Okay. I'm on the back guy, too.
Oh, I didn't heal. Never lost control of that game.
And I really like the conversation out of Kasad and Yanko on the desk as well about, you know, not just playing yourself back into the game, but playing through the hot streak from Ence, right? Playing until they can kind of cool off. So grinding back into that game, challenging them. Guys like Spinks, less dominant as that game went on a little bit further. So if you're NIP, you're just kind of hoping you've got the energy to start this, and this pistol round would do a lot to get them back in business. Spinks is going to continue his tear. Headshot onto Rez. Hades waiting for the follow-up peek. There's no one behind him over in lane. Snappy's got his back. Madden as well, peering down that B ramp. They see nothing. D has got an early jump on the rotation, though, and that might be ill-advised towards A. S-Tag and Plopsky looking to line up in that staging area. Hampus has one flashbang towards B, so I guess maybe he's going to try and throw a little bit of a fake, have some kind of presence.
Hampus trying to work way towards the bottom of the ramp. Funnel in both directions, and right now it's funneling a lot of attention out of the cave position. Lovely shot. Hades drops off it, immediately peers toward the elbow, making sure no one's going to try and retake from mid and lock their position out, but it's over toward A we have to turn our attention. Dia way back, has Spinks up close. Spinks is the one that's going to do the damage. Dia's hit the headshot first on S-Tag, though. And Fuzi, even though that bomb is right in front of him, has not a lot to work with in this round. 46 HP and 5 kills to find. He'll get taken down inside of the smoke.
Yeah, those are some nasty positions from the CTs to have two players fighting at one angle. And the cheers come out, resounding cheers as Ence take the pistol round in the opening half of Ancient. Gotta say, not just NIP playing back into it, but also importantly, like, what was the hole they started out on Nuke? It was like 9-1 at one point. Like, that just can't happen. It was such an incredible run from Ence to start Nuke on their T side. NIP need to be able to challenge and get on the board early on here, limit the amount of money that Ence's defense can pick up, because also the desk mentioned, this is one of the more CT-sided maps that we have in the pool. And this can slide out of control very, very quickly, and I think considering the way Nuke went to open up, if you get into like a deep hole like 5-6-0 or 6-1, I think it's just going to be so deflating. Follow-up smoke, they're going to jump right through it. Multiple different angles to contend with. Hades only good for one. Spinks tagged up, but he's going to go back for more. He keeps repeaking. The SMG is there. He knows he's got backup. He knows he's got Snappy ready and waiting to pounce, and they're going to recover the M4s just fine. 2 players go down, 2 MP9s lost to the world, but everything else in hand. AK is coming out for NIP now.
See if they can get anything going with it early on, a little bit earlier than they had the guns out on the first map because they were CT side. They did try and go for a solo M4 if you'll think way back that far. Didn't pay dividends. Campus toward middle to contest. It's Hades that'll get toward Donut Hall first, and the early nades go down in that spot as always. Look at the utility thrown toward Rez. This guy's just getting chunked right now. He's down to 49, the poor guy. He hasn't even seen anyone yet, and he's going to have trouble seeing them because there's smokes in that position as well. He knows that Snappy, therefore, has to be inside Jaguar. I don't know if he's ready for Spinks. He has the crosshair placement as if he was, but Spinks wins the duel instead, given that early damage.
Oh no, Snappy blinded up. Might have wanted to go through that. Is he going to realize a little bit of spam coming through? Plopsky probably hears this. Good damage on a Fuzi down to 11 HP. Plopsky slid past, but nobody is in mid. Spinks is backed all the way off.
Madden had that too and looked away at the exact wrong time. You would have seen Fuzi's head going through, and it's not like you would have had to be that accurate. Tag him through the box on the HP that he has. Hampus on 20 as well. I was a little worried for Snappy because he took the first spam and then looked to his right. I expected that they would see the rebuttal, maybe anticipate Plopsky pushing through, but Madden will close out S-Tag, and
look
unfortunately, that's exactly the high HP player. They're just bleeding out right now all over the map.
Yeah, 34 combined HP before that kill happens across 3 players. Not ideal. Hampus and Fuzi left. Good aggression towards that B lane. If you can establish that dominance, and now you've got pissed round, you've got the second round, now you've got this third round as well with the M4s, where Ence has successfully been able to find kills towards middle with their kind of pushes, and that might put this T side on notice. That might be hard for them to deal with. Snappy's going to double them up. Easy mop-up kills. Switches out for the AK-47, and it's 3-0. Oh, so quickly.
Oh, so quickly indeed. So Ence back in control. NIP have not had a lead in this series at any point. Or S-Tag, he's the high HP player, and Madden just slides out and takes him down. Easy cleanup from Snappy at the end.
It's a pretty nasty off angle, and I think the really unfortunate part about it as well is because I think it was Fuzi who was such a low HP player that was there as well. Like, he was so low that he couldn't actually have the information. He had no way to know where Madden was going to be positioned or where he moved off to. Good mid control. Hades with the double. He's brought down to 16, but going to back off, and Ence is going to be very happy with a 5-on-3. Snappy still aggressive in lane, and he's going to grab another one. In your face. In your face Counter-Strike, and NIP can't handle it for the moment.
Shots out.
Oh, so nerdy.
What, Dia getting close like this?
That little, like, long-range vertical stack that you have.
Yeah.
They slid into it as well. That was like a called protocol.
Ooh, good shot, S-Tag. They did boost above, and they still wouldn't have seen Dia because he had his head down, you're right, but they still get one back. Unfortunately, they are very limited again, as S-Tag, with bomb in his hands, has only a Tech 9. He gets shot and panics and starts spinning around.
He's just praying for a flank, praying for someone to be close up, that he can just get a fortunate drive-by with that Tech 9.
The only person close right now is Spinks, who's holding outside bottom mid.
Yeah, there's no reason for anyone from Ence to move. They know that they've denied every piece of map control. Snappy's pushed up, so you can't go back through T-spawn. Spinks is pushed forward, so you can't go mid. And now Madden obviously pushed up as well. So every choke point is denied. All that's left is for the swing and fight and the inevitable death. 4-0 for Ence.
4-0, and back to rifles, though, for NIP. So full utility, full arsenal, no AWP to work with yet. That's probably fine for them. Let's just get them on the board. There's going to be no op on the other side either. And the aggression toward the middle portion of the map continues. They will utilize it to rotate through Donut. No, they won't. They're going to go all the way down. All the way down. In fact, it's going to be a rotation back from Hades, who sat in window just to support his teammates before going to A. And again, they have that lane control.
Well, and they're also building upon this. They're like, look, we've dominated you guys in middle so many rounds. Oh, they got to bust up the stack. Yeah, I mean, it's just a confidence play because you've been able to hold on to it so much. Flashbang is out. Hampus wants to go through, gets shut down. Good rebuttal, good response. Snappy gonna back away. Spinks is still there for the help. Oh, they can't find any good fights. They're getting deleted everywhere they look.
It's just a slight variation by going for that boost instead, and they can see down toward that mid-connector spot. And then even though they want to push the smoke, which I can't blame him for at that point, he knows where they're trying to play, the second man's staring it down, and this looks like it could be a clean round. For Ence, S-Tag on 36 is going to get caught. No, Madden not quite ready for that. And you could hear him coming, so S-Tag does at least get that kill back.
Yeah, it might have been a call previously that he was, in that mid-choke point, and S-Tag just hustles back. No big deal for Ence. Again, this final player, S-Tag, just boxed in everywhere he wants to go. This little staging area outside the B double doors is really all he has access to. Hades and Diha peeking deep into the tunnel behind him. Snappy and Spinks doubled up in the lane in front of him. 25 seconds. Again, the only option S-Tag really has is to peek into his inevitable demise.
Yeah, there's no chance he can win out this with 2 players there. I mean, I'd say no chance. Statistically speaking.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. Spinks will get the kill. And we go now 5-0 for Ence. It was 7-0 when NIP got their first round finally on Nuke. So we're looking at similar scenes, and they're going to call a timeout again now as a result of that.
And this is what we kind of mentioned. Just can't happen. You can't dig yourself into another hole. Like, energy's already going to be flat after you get dominated on Nuke. Yeah, it was a nice way to claw back into it to make it a respectable scoreline at the end of the day. But you still obviously felt like you never had any real chance to actually take that map. Coach has got to be vocal. I think that flash play through the smoke would have been way more doable if the boost actually hadn't been spotted from the B double doors, because as soon as they're spotted, they break it up and they both turn around towards mid.
Frustrating times on the NIP side.
And this is where a team like Ence, and the way the Ence is playing right now, this is where it's going to be painful, and this is where it's going to be apparent that, as they've mentioned, they've been practicing with Brolin, haven't really been practicing with this lineup the past few weeks since their group stage. So this well-coordinated, a lot of different looks being shown at you, very aggressive in your face, is so discombobulating to a team that might not have all the protocols down that they'd like.
Molotov thrown out. Snappy thinks he's cleared. Oh, he has. He smokes Rez. I thought Plopsky being so close might catch him off for a headshot, but what a transfer.
This is so sick. So sick, and you're denied access to such an important part of the map over and over again. So deflating. And I think every player that we've had conversations with, whether it's on air, as we spoke to Katie about Ancient earlier back in the group stage, and just players, just casual conversations around the hotel have always mentioned, like, this is just one of those things with Ancient where at a T side, this is that weird feeling that you can sometimes get. You're like, you're just locked out of all access.
That was set and ready. Snappy was even trying to bait the AK so they could bring the silenced M4 into the picture. Madden will get 2 at the sacrifice of his teammate to close out the round. 6-0 for Ence. And look at the money.
Oh yeah, they're living the dream. Spinks has, 12,000 before the buy. Snappy's got 13,000 before his buy as well. This is so sick. He knows one's close up. He handles Rez first, transfers over, immediate headshot. He was even pre-aiming for Plopsky. Good reaction. Snappy's just zoned in. Madden's vision clears and he adds the final kill. How many rounds are they going to get before NIP can put a stop to this? Hades takes a decent amount of damage from the Molotov, but he's going to still stick around for a mid-fight. And NIP going to simplify this. They've been battered over towards B lane. They want to have some kind of a play towards A. Hampus in mid, Rez, as you can see here, working through these smokes, maintaining some presence, looking for aggression. NIP just dropped 2 players back from A main to readjust for a set piece to take mid control when that smoke plumes. Might actually be a benefit that it's thrown before they use their utility.
Yep, that sucks.
Oh, it happened again.
Hampus is like lining it up. He looks up. Oh, where'd that one come from?
And there's no attention anywhere else on the map. Like, Rose isn't making his presence known all that much. S-Tag isn't applying any pressure. So if you're Ence, you have to have the feeling that they're just stuck behind this smoke at the moment. And here come the nades to confirm.
Good shot. Only one this time. They get a trade. NIP, that's something to work with. Snappy gonna go back out for more, and Rez on a slightly off angle finds the headshot. Upward, Hampus onto Hades. It's all on a Dia, and he speaks out to find that there's more than one, although it only took one, Rez, to get the kill onto him. Madden's gonna have to go long on this one if he wants a touchdown, Jason, because he is alone. He's got a kit. 6 kills already for him. full HP, and he's got a helmet. Not that that will matter against the AKs, but he'll start his way into the site regardless. Ence is going to peek him first, and as I mentioned, the helmet completely inconsequential. His head gets removed, NIP on the board.
Yep, Hail Mary there from Madden. We all know how those turn out generally. 6-1, 5-round lead. And that time, NIP, that might be something that they want to fall into again, and it'll be interesting to see how Ence's defense adapts. We've seen such a variety of looks out of them on the T side of Nuke and the CT side of Nuke, now the CT side here of Ancient. They've shown a lot of different looks of how to control mid and how to control lane. But NIP was more than happy that round to just sit and wait out all that utility, not try and force the issue as the Molotovs and nades and smokes ring in. Hampus gonna challenge. He's got some standing in mid and just backs away. Again, 3 towards the A bomb site. This time Hades has an AWP, that's in Donut. Rinse and repeat. Identical to last round from the Ninjas.
I mean, you might as well, right? It's the only thing that's found you success so far. And it wasn't like it was just execution, get in the site, oh, we got good luck. They actually won the exchange at middle for the first time.
Yeah, but this is a different philosophy from Ence as well. Look at their nades. Look at how much they're holding on to. They're like, all right, you guys are going to slow play behind our mid smokes. We've kind of trained you that we can dominate. If you're going to try and be aggressive and try and challenge early on in these rounds, we'll just hold them a little bit longer. Smoke goes down on B ramp.
I know that there'll be the one person out there that says the helmet matters against the AK. Don't be fooled. But you indeed are a fool. Of course, he's meaning about wall bangs, but...
There's another smoke for the B ramp that's just put down. That'll drop us to about 23 seconds.
So Madden at the pillar this time. We have not seen a lot at B. Haven't seen the bomb get this far. Spinks watching back lane. They know window's open. Plopsky's going to head that direction as well. Spinks is going to have to be very careful on his timing. So is Dia, who runs out, and it's a lineup. Plopsky gets them both, despite that they're 100 meters apart. And Hampus to plant the bomb. Rinse, repeat, never mind. Go to B, and back-to-back rounds.
Okay, might have to have a conversation if you're Ence. Running out of money now where it was so flush with cash just a few rounds ago. NIP slow things down, and they found success. Missed shot from Hades. Expensive weapon hitting the deck. Plopsky's not going to pick that up for the Ninjas. You might want to have a timeout if you're Ence. Just talk things over. You've had a good half. Don't let this slip away. As we mentioned, the economy running down. They're going to have to drop a weapon over to Madden. This might be one of the last solid buys we have for Ence before they have to drop into half investments. Good on NIP. Good on Hampus. Called the adjustment on this T side. It's yielded results 2 in a row now for the Ninjas, trying to dig themselves out of this hole.
See if they can. 6-2 is a very workable scoreline, and as you say, the money about to be broken. Utility is such a factor for both sides on this map, especially. You mentioned it's CT-sided. Certainly, you think of the A site, you've got to cover off so many lanes with smoke. But likewise for the CTs, to get that positioning in middle, to be able to take those fights, to control the lane, they need it as well. So money is harder to build back up. And look how much utility they've already expended just trying to get back into those positions.
Yeah, back into that mid control that netted them so much success. And you're exactly right. This is exactly what NIP wants. So we're going to have to see. Snappy, he's been so effective here. Madden as well. Rez, oh, he had the shot. He had to jump on that fight. Madden shuts him down. Okay, that's a huge part of the map lost to NIP. They might be forced into this hit quickly, so Hades is going to use his utility early on to delay anything that might be coming.
He has got a good read on this because they never attacked the elbow back toward bottom middle. They have to be heading out toward A. They didn't try and trade it. There's only one other place they're going to sneak to on the map. Spinks is trying to get there quickly because they lost their only B defender. It's Dia waiting in the corner. And Spinks to take the long peek. A lineup as well. He's got the first shot. There's so much damage done on Plopsky. Will make the situation worse simply because the bomb was dropped only for a second, but a second long enough to allow them to get much closer, and Dia does all the dirty work.
Yeah, Dia just calling it out. Spinks, I'm going to bait you. Go for your peek. See what you can do. He goes 1 for 1. They never expected the follow-up player that was there, even though it was a little bit sketchy, a little bit of a prolonged fight over towards Ruins. He's able to win it out. 7-2. This time, Ence actively hunting down Rez. I thought surely he was at least going to have that kill on towards Madden. Tough times for NIP. They managed 2 in a row, and Ence managed to keep their economy in the black. Gonna buy again. Obviously, 3 AK-47s picked up on the end side of things. Op in the hands of Fuzi for the first time.
Molly's down into the cubby as well. Hades, but slow to react to see if it was going to spread to him. Took 2 ticks rather than getting that off his feet. But sooner, he's on 51 now. His additional damage deployed, but Snappy has taken out Rez. Second time in a row he's died in the lane. Last round, that was a massive kill if he had been able to get that, and he just missed it.
And it's the same reaction from NIP here. You lose Rez over towards B lane, and now you're going to start pushing towards the A bomb site. Diha again to defend, but he's got that AWP going up against him, and if he peeks a little bit too wide, he's going to be in trouble. Hampus trying to hold down the mid pressure that's been coming so frequently in this game. Waiting for the follow-up peek from Spinks. Oh, just as he moved. Oh, Hampus is going to be so frustrating. He was zoned in there. Headshot angle for Diha as Hades rotates back from Donut.
100%. Spinks wins that duel. He knows he's got less problems in middle. He knows they still control the lane so he can support the A site despite that they've not seen them over here yet. It is the right read. Good boost, though. S-Tag takes down Diha, the big man in the last round. He was tagged, albeit has 48 HP left, and that's sufficient to try and find perhaps another. Once more, it's 2 inside a Donut. They're both going to have to scurry away. Hades taking more damage, 26. I don't even think he's seen anyone yet on his screen, and he's taking damage in 3 different instances. Spinks tried to go through that, tried to get the jump on that Molotov extinguishing so that they wouldn't be ready for him to arrive, but he gets AWP'd by Fuzi, who had clean vision toward that tunnel. Bomb still ticking, and he's not done there. He's going to slide out of the ruins to find Hades. He goes back in and gets another angle on Matt, and he knows exactly where Snappy is. Fuzi steps up for NIP, and it's 7-3.
So many tight, narrow angles to go up against an AWPer in that lane. Such a long distance to march against the sniper, and Fuzi makes him pay each and every time. Diha, though, just a little bit impatient at those plant boxes at that headshot angle. He was surprised that the reaction from NIP was taking that long, and he just shifts out, and he's going to wish he could have that decision back. Good round from Fuzi, another timeout from Ence. Even with the lead feeling under pressure, they know as soon as their economy gets reset, it's a phenomenal opportunity for NIP to close the gap massively and turn this back into a game.
And the wave again. Or the worm or something. So this is a little closer than what we would have had before. The money started to be the factor, and NIP not getting as much mid-control as we've seen some T teams get. Certainly Config comes to mind, but they are starting to at least react well to losing it.
It's been denied to them so much, but now there might be an opportunity to go back to those mid-plays. If they have a good read on the economy, NIP, they might be able to make it happen. Hampus is going to be aggressive, very curious. There's the FAMAS off angle, and Spinks wins that as well. Pushed up in towards A main is one. Rez spots a player in Jaguar. Diha has control entirely of A with his aggression. But running out of utility, Ence, the longer this round goes, the less they're going to have to work with. Smoke to cover up the AWPer. Fuzi tries to see if there's... Oh, the timing! Absolutely perfect. Maybe it was clear on his screen because that didn't show up as a smoke kill, but...
No, that didn't. It could have just been dissipating a little bit. Snappy is ready again inside of Jaguar, but he's locked on this side.
Oh, they saw him?
Yeah, I think they would have seen that. You're absolutely right. No question. They check it immediately, double peek it, even pre-firing the corner to make sure there's not someone else burrowed in. Hades has put himself in another off angle, another one that's going to be tough to get out of. It's one of those angles you can't control your escape from.
Yeah, but if he's able to kill Rez, if they come here with bodies, I mean, Plopsky's so low, so if Plopsky's going to be there to follow up on Rez's hit, timing is everything. Hades shifts out towards the pillar, default plant pillar. Molotov in towards Cubby to his right. They're going to swing wide. Good flashbang. Oh, he didn't complete the kill. He's got to go back for it. Deagle's out. Deagle's out. He's got one and can't double up. It's Diha, but this is actually a relatively winnable 1 versus 2, even with just the P250. Look at the HP on Plopsky. If he can find that player first, it'd be everything.
Yeah, he's safe, but this is an interesting call because they've got the smoke out now on the lane. Where does Diha go? He seemingly wants to go through it. He's got a gun picked up. That's the first order of business, but now rotating to the lane, that's exactly where they want to position him. No nades to work with because Plopsky, being as low as he is, interestingly enough, not the one to bait either. You'd think that they would want him to go down first and have Rez take the shot, because if Rez loses this battle, it's very, very awkward. Luckily, 2-1 is not expected from Dia, but that could have been a single bullet loss.
Smart play from NIP. It's just so hard to read if they're going to double up in the same position like that. And you got to give props to the Ninjas. They went into a hole early. It was 6-0 at one point. They've won 4 of the last 5, and it took them 11 rounds, but they've taken the economy away from Ence's defense. Now they can put some more rounds on the board. Now they can pad the scoreboard just a bit, start feeling a bit more comfortable in this game. And they've had to do it the hard way. They've had to really test, slow things down for a while, speed things back up, take space when they can. Hampus now gonna get a double as S-Tag follows in for the cleanup on Hades, Madden, and Spinks at the end. 7-5, the lead is cut down to 2.
NIP doing wonderful work now because, as you said, Jason, this is still the most CT-sided map in the pool. 7 for Ence. If NIP start to get hot, is not enough. They need a few more rounds in this half. AWP for Fuzi will have to be something they'll have to contend with on the Ence side, and they'll do it with slightly less utility. Now, I say that, it's flashes that they lack. They still have a good amount of incendiaries and smokes, which means they can still go for the mid-control with their M4s. Counter off by Rez. Smoke toward the gate. Oh, no, Spinks. That's the worst thing in the world. Didn't get the extinguishment out nearly fast enough. Rez actually countered the smoke at gate with a Molotov, so they couldn't push down and check toward Jaguar, but he has to concede.
NIP just run the same play over again. Oh, Hampus gets caught sleeping as that smoke plumes. Diha, excuse me. Defensive smoke towards the A bomb site. Again, it was Rez towards B. It was Hampus in middle. The other 3 working towards the A bomb site. That's a recipe that's worked for NIP multiple times already in this game. This time, seems like access is denied.
Good play from Hades to take out the mid player that time. And that single smoke from Dia, they're not actually going to commit to the A tunnels, which is what they've done when losing middle before. The difference is this time they at least have a 4-on-4 situation. Oh, Hades is going to have to be so careful here. Sees it. Does he re-peek it? Oh, cheer me. Get back behind the box, son.
Yeah, but that actually could lure Rez into a play. One player falling back. His position is known now. Madden's going to be slow. Oh, Rez has no idea. He's got no idea. He's going to go down. That's a tough reaction shot to hit. But mid is open for NIP. They're going to walk right through their own donut smoke.
And unfortunately, due to that damage, they never spotted how many were at mid. Hades never got a call on that, so they don't have a ton of information to work off of here, but Hades is going to see them now. Low HP or not, he gets back into position and ruin that smoke. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, tough off angle, and you'll never expect Diha. They don't have the manpower to take that bomb site. Fuzi gets 1. It's all over. 8-5. Ence with 3 players surviving. Going to drop some weapons over and get right back into it. But NIP have good enough money for a buy. They'll be able to challenge again. Trying to keep this as close as possible. 2 rounds left in the first half of Ancient.
That was Hades. That's a pretty solid shot. Getting through the L-turn position. Yeah, that smoke's just not going to do it. Not going to cut it. A little too deep. A little too far left. Spinks and Dia this time. Oh, it's going to be fast. Mac 10 and Deagle. They're going right through the smoke. They're going right through the Molotov. Nade damage done. Madden hears it. He's got to back off. This concedes position in the site. There's that lovely wall bang, though. Snappy's able to get 1. It was assisted by a flash from Plopsky, of all things. Not that he would have been fully blinded, but trying to cover off the site. They did do a great job of identifying the cave was where they'd retreated to. Not even needing to smoke close in the lane. They go deep. This could let Plopsky actually fight forward with this Mac 10. I don't know that he wants to go forward, though. I think he wants to go in toward the cave. He's confused as to which direction, but he does get in there. Jumping Mac 10 movement. It's Dia instead to take the shot back. And do they go for the boost over top? They could look through the window on this one. They could try and find a pick toward the back lane. They know they don't have that control. Instead, though, Hades going to clear it himself, but he misses the shot. Unfortunately for him, Hampus gets the return. They don't have a clue where Fuzi is. What a crossfire. This is a massive one for them to find themselves in. Madden can't do anything with it. Running around looking for a gun to avoid the reload. And 6 for NIP.
That's crazy. That jump into cave with the Mac 10 seems absolutely insane. 1 kill, but you spot 2 more. That gives so much information away. Where that retake is going to come from allows your teammates to position just perfectly. This is a really tough, scrappy 2 versus 4 to win. But obviously, Hampus just says, okay, the retake's going to come from cave. Let me clear this so then I can have all my attention forward. Phenomenal play from Fuzi as everyone's attention is in the other direction. Just chilling in the cubby and making his play count. 8-6, NIP firmly in this game.
Spinks has been pre-smoking that spot at Donut pretty much every single round now, and they've covered off Cubby this time. He's going to try and go to it late. He's going to try and catch them off, but a pop flash. He didn't see it coming. Hampus couldn't see him running back through the smoke either.
Look how nervous, though, NIP is about any kind of mid-presence.
So much utility used in that part of the map. And it's so crazy to me because there's so much utility still required to take either site.
You gotta feel for Rez, because Ence has been so dominant in lane to start this half, like the first 10 rounds or so, he, like, NIP have largely just said, you know what, it's not working, we're gonna go away from it. So Rez has been so much alone, it's been a really, really rough game for him because he just hasn't really had backup.
Hadden, good for one, but S-Tag gets the trade immediately on the AK. Lane smokes deployed. Close this time as well because they haven't cleared it, they haven't pushed the CTs back. S-Tag gets one more, but that's all he's going to have a say on. And it is Rez. He's very much alone now, Jason. See the spam coming through from Cave, gets the lineup, and he's well aware that there's one inside of the second lane at long. As the shots come through, that smoke's going to fade. He looked away from it at the time. Didn't know he's gone behind the wall. Now he sees it. Now he's got the lineup, but he's uncertain as to where the second player is, and he can't rest and wait for that, but sees the shadow. Now Rez has the advantage. He might be able to clutch this. Another 1-on-3. He did it yesterday to Liquid on low HP. Similar, in fact, as this time he's on 24, and Dia's got to step out with the Deagle. Does better, and it is 9-6 at half.
Admirable attempt, maybe one of the few attempts that Rez was going to have impact in that game. 9-6, good job from Ence. We're headed to the break. We'll be right back after halftime.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Fine.
Well, it was still cheers from the Ence side, but a little bit more to be happy about if you're an NIP fan. And if you're NIP, 9-6 this time at half as opposed to a 12-3 scoreline. And now they are on the CT side, the favorable side of Ancients. And they'll get started right away. Jason, not a single dually in sight, thank God.
And you know what? NIP should feel confident with the scoreline they had in the first half, the way they clawed back, especially considering this is their pick. They have got to have a good feeling about your defensive side on Ancient. Good flashbangs, good utility starting to stream out. This is where it gets dangerous. Follow-up flashbang is effective against both sides. Defense struggling to hold on. Knife is out. He's out of ammunition. He's got nowhere to go. He's somehow still alive. Hampus doing everything he can.
Tried to bait even, tried to get Rez in a position to get the headshot while he was standing there, but you're right, absolutely out of ammunition, fired a ton of shots.
Oh, Dia's in trouble. He's got to try and hold on, but Fuzi's being aggressive. The flank is coming in, and Dia cannot stay alive long enough. Back to the A bomb site. Did they spot Hades?
I don't think they did. I don't think STAG has a clue. None at all. Back exposed, and he's got a USPS, which means he can back off and send it with the Postal Service pistol because he's got the headshot range now to work with. No success on the first peek. Oh my goodness, Fuzi again? How was he in the right spot twice? Right spot, wrong aim. That is a problem. That was low HP. Spinks had 12. He hits that and drops the bomb down. Plopsky has a lot more confidence to go, but he's still going to get aggressive, knowing they're inside of the site. Has to get the reload in before Spinks peeks. Spinks is down 2 on 12 in the pistol round.
Oh Lord, I thought he was going to get off the bomb and actually double peek with that. It took a little bit long, but Spinks is on point, as he was on Nuke as well. He was a monster. That's a brilliant shot. And you're exactly right. Running that route from Spinks, multiple ways he could have gone down. What a hectic pistol this was. Poor Hampus. Had no idea he was going to have time. Yeah, just spamming away. Fuzi peeks into it. Plopsky goes down, immediate headshot, and Spinks delivers his team a pistol. B-rush. Free plant.
Poor Hampus in that round as well with the knife out. He's expecting that he's going to get engaged sooner. He actually had time to reload, but he'd already committed at that point. He's like, I just please kill him.
You have no way of knowing. You have no way of knowing if you have that kind of time with all the flashbangs that were coming out as well. I think those were even team flashes from NIP side. It was blinding everyone. It kept Hampus alive, but obviously just added more chaos into the recipe. Madden's going to come back. A little bit of a boost with these USPs. Here's the shot come out. They'll take this fight. Only going to get the one. Spray control not quite there with the Galil. There's the MAC-10 chiming in. Snappy builds up a decent amount of cash. Spinks with the other two. And Ence with a 5-round lead. Third round buy in the second half coming in. M4 is picked up across the board for the Ninjas.
Indeed. So stretching the legs out early, Ence, but they'll have the rifles up now on the NIP side to try and stop this run of what has been 2 rounds unanswered. They'll stay with MAC-10s as they did on Nuke. And remember on Nuke, they were extremely successful at taking away map control and somehow finding favorable duels for those SMGs. So very much the bonus round again for them. And it would lead to a one following as well, depending on how many are held. They're going to go quick. Quick indeed. And STAG goes down. That's the problem with the SMGs. They're already on top of him. He gives his position away because he has to fight forward against one. And there's nothing he can do about the repeaks. The smokes were in place, but there's a lineup, and that could be a problem. That's going to drop the bomb. They don't have time to recover it. Hampus is ready. He'll spray out Hades. And a quick response. NIP in charge.
Yeah, much like Nuke, Ence getting highly aggressive with those MAC-10s to try and break into a bomb site. It was almost there, but a Molotov on the default plant spot forces that plant into the open where it cannot be covered. Good recovery from NIP. Hampus swinging out, double kill for him. He's going to add the third onto it right at the end as Hades couldn't handle the peak. 11-7. This round's important for the Ninjas to establish economic superiority moving forward. They have Ence at a breaking point. Spinks coming through. Not deterred at all.
Spinks aware that the shots came from window. Took him a second to figure it out based on where the bullets were hitting behind him, turned his head, and identified that the silencer was indeed on his right.
He's going to feel like he had that. He's going to be confused a little bit. I think that didn't connect with a headshot. Hampus down to 19, but sticking around in mid. Another smoke is up at the top of the mid stairs. Resin Donut. Fuzi at the A bomb site, Hampus in mid, STAG and Plopsky to defend B. No Molotov for the cubby position.
Timing. STAG, I'm surprised he's alive. 12 HP.
He's desperate on the right side of the pillar, though. They're spamming the pillar. We know that's not wallable at all, but might as well just make him uncomfortable because they have to push him from the lane. And he's low. He had the headshot lineup, but Diaz got the angle instead and better off for it. Clear the corner, clear the cubby. They know he's there. They know he's there, but he's still a triangle. Diaz stuck inside of, and he somehow fights back through the smoke to get Hampus. He's got coverage as well toward that back lane. That smoke's going to dissipate now, but Bomb already down. Rez is on the flank. On the flank, but he's, oh, I was going to say, being watched by Snappy. He's not. Diaz going to fall back down. Smoke in play? No, yes, there is. I take it back. Rez has one. He could lock him out right now. He's going to do it. He's going to throw that smoke down. Bounces a little bit deep. Dia can push back, but he'll be ready and being watched, so I think he concedes the round. Might go for a cheeky wallbang. Might try and get a lineup on this, but they're too far to the right. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have a clear shot. I think that even clips the edge of the cinders on the other side, so NIP with the defuse to go 11-8.
Yeah, that simply was an unwinnable 1 versus 2 when that smoke goes down. Very, very close from Ence, but NIP hold on. Now Ence have a bit of a decision to make, and I don't think they'll want to necessarily use a timeout this early, but they have to know that they're keeping the money low with just 2 players surviving. They have to be going for this in some regard. Last bullet kill, I think, for Diha. Maybe second to last. Big time flank from Rez. Snappy didn't quite have the timing, wasn't set for it. Timeout is called from Ence. And they have invested 2 AKs, a MAC-10, 2 Tech 9s for this attack.
Let's see what they can come up with on this one. Overpass the decider. And this map, more uncertain in the later stages than our previous one was. Oh, Molotov's already there quickly. Spinks rushing it out, but Hampus ready for it.
Might have had a bit more luck with that one if the nades didn't slow him down. Good kill from Rez from Snappy's contact. Turns from a flashbang from a teammate, slides back into the angle, goes down. Rez a bit over eager there. Smoke might give some space over the T side, but Fuzi at the headshot angle, not blinded. Wants the challenge, and he's got it. Tough fight for Madden. 2 on 4, and Hades gonna slide in towards Donut. It's not being watched yet. All the attention is in the other direction. Easy kill for Hades. Dia can pause. Dia can pause until just now, and unfortunately, Hades could only get the 1. Had an opportunity for the second, and the lead is whittled down to 2, and now Ence just have to back away. They have to concede the fight and let NIP start to build up a little bit of money.
Build up a little bit of money while they've also built up an accumulation of 9 rounds. They're just 2 back at this point from Ence. So it's very much game on. They'll go to Tech 9s. 2 of them, that is. 2 Deagles, Spinks, Hades, P250 Dia. No armor, though, except for that of Snappy. He had the highest amount of income. And it's pretty much a mowdown. They're running a very similar setup to what they saw from Ence in the first half. Certainly in middle. Nice tag with the headshot on Hades. Double digits for both sides. Guns again for Ence. Ooh, Krieg for Hades. Okay.
Okay. Let's see what he's got. Going old school.
Is that a cubby peek? Is that him to try and get middle from the alt-turn? To see the lane a little faster as well?
Let's see if they have the same kind of struggles. You've seen it a couple times, that utility is just so brutal, and now that NIP's established their money.
Oh, that was 100% going to be a cubby peek. But the lineup, Hampus saw it as the smoke bloomed and absolutely destroyed him with a double dink from an M4.
Snappy sees the flashbang from Donut as well. Unfortunately, he eats it full force. Ooh, he's a little bit lucky to be alive. Plopsky, oh, he does have it at the end. Snappy didn't expect that peak whatsoever. 5 on 3, and NIP doing right back to Ence what they did in the first half. Establish solid man advantages in middle and lane.
Spinks being brave, but as his teammate to at least watch the connector above him. That box is from the Jag. They'll burn Hampus finally with all that utility, but they've lost Madden in the process, so they stay in a 4 on 2, and it's still 2-man down.
Both teams feeling restricted, I think, on this T side so far.
Tags in the cubby, by the way, that's going to be very hard to deal with considering they won't be in a perfectly tradable situation going into the site. They've only got one smoke, no Molotov to clear it.
They're hoping someone's going to make a mistake in middle. They're hoping Spinks can find one here to thin things out. Smoke towards Donut is going to keep Rez neutralized. Plopsky has to keep his eyes on mid for the moment because Rez can't spot anything. He can only look towards the A-bomb site. Contact as we come up the ramp.
So they'll check cubby. He hasn't looked all the way into it. This is so difficult because he's got to hit essentially a 90-degree flick. The second he shoots at S-Tag,
and he sees the gun barrel.
Yeah, the gun barrel's promising, but here we go. S-Tag pops out. Oh, Spinks was ready for it. They turned it. They actually set the crossfire in reverse. Now there's a chance. Molotov down, though. He's forced to go forward. Oh, my. Spinks is on one. Absolutely bomb planted. Just barely. Dia gets time to get the gun out. He knows this lane now clear. Uncertain as to where Rez will arrive from, and it's going to be the flank. This gives Dia the upper hand, at least for the moment in positioning. Shadow as well, but Fuzi makes no mistake when he peeks, and it's a tie game.
This Molotov that NIP is saving for the default plant spot behind that pillar is ruining Ence's day. That's the second time that they've gone to get the bomb down and there's just flames in the way. They have to plant in the open where it's so hard to cover, where you're so exposed, and it's throwing them for a loop. Either way.
Oh, he's in smoke, but just beside it.
Yeah, either way. I mean, what a great way to take that B bomb site contact as well. As you mentioned, that was going to be so tough to clear out. Heads up play from Spinks, staying on top of things. Fuzi's having a good game as well. He's up to 20 kills. Matched by Spinks on the other side of things, but we're all tied up at 11.
Molotovs again in middle. Ooh, smoke for Madden to clear the Molotov that goes toward lane. If they had gone for an aggressive push to try and control that situation, control that position, Madden would have been perfectly positioned very quickly to cover off Jaguar. But now with lots of smoke there, he's got decisions to make. Thought he might try and spray back into it. He's not. Doesn't want to give himself away. Plopsky backs off the position. That smoke gone. Madden starting to try and clear and find it. They spot each other. Madden comes out worse for wear. 30 HP. Snappy knows that they're going to be retreating back through the cave, though, and tries to catch them on retreat, catch them in return.
They've gotten control. They've only paid for it in health. At least this time they haven't lost anyone early on. Hades already streaming up as well. Clearing Cubby. No. Gets caught by the crossfire. Is forced to peek. The spam coming through. Ruins S-Tag's day. Is that Molotov going to come in? No. Nobody has it here. Plant's going to go down. Hampus trying to find an angle.
Oh, that molly. Oh, that's lovely. He pre-fires the same side as the Molotov, so if he goes that direction, he's taking damage from two different instances, and therefore it's too much to handle. He gets dropped. Snappy drops Fuzi though. Smoke hits him. I was gonna say Molotov to the lane. It's a smoke that bounces off of him. I don't know if it left a gap or not. We didn't stay with Snappy's perspective long enough, but Spinks, he's got perfect perspective and perfect vision. Catches out Hampus, but not Rez. Maiden in the same position will come out to take care of him, and it's back to the lead for Ence.
Yeah, NIP still haven't been able to get the lead. That's the closest they've gotten, is all tied up at 11. That's a great round from Ence as they just battled their way, and this time the Molotov was just a little bit late after the plant went down. Even though it nets him a kill. Good shot from Spinks as the retake comes in. They've handled Ence this Cubby position without a Molotov so well coming up. They've handled all the crossfires that have been set up. NIP has the right idea. That crossfire is just getting sprung at like maybe a half second a little bit late.
Hades said, Krieg didn't work. I'll just grab the op and fire it into that corner instead. No success, but not a lot of spam back at them, so they'll actually take the initiative to go through. Hades and Spinks the one to do so.
Yeah, NIP's not nearly as... Ooh, that's a nice nade. That's a nice nade onto Spinks. That hurts, and he wanted to be aggressive. I was going to say NIP not nearly as willing to be forceful in middle. They're throwing out the utility. They're getting some of the nade damage, but no one is actually swinging on that mid choke point as we saw Ence doing in the first half. Nobody's pushing all the way down mid to challenge lane.
Trying to check all the angles at window, a more passive approach to middle. Arguably from both sides. Ooh, did they see him? Did that time. Plopsky was tagged. Hades got Fuzi. All right, so he's dropped. That shot came through, and Plopsky was tagged up. Madden was able to finish that off, so both those kills do go in favor of Ence. S-Tag, though, spraying in and found out. Dia? Dacia's a car. But Dia ran him over through the smoke. Rez is going to sit back and I think at this point not even go for this one. They've got to concede.
Yeah, they're out of money. Rez has 1,500, that's the most. Everyone else is 350 or less. So they need these weapons alive. Rez might be able to drop a gun over if NIP want to get frisky and force up a buy in the next round. And Ence going to extend the lead. A timely round win to knock the economy low for NIP right towards the end of this map. Ence already leading with that victory on Nuke. Looking to close out the semifinals 2-0 and book a ticket in the grand finals, a chance for the trophy. That'll be against either FaZe or Furia, which is the semifinal coming up later this evening, just after we're completed here in this affair.
I think that's going to be a banger.
That's going to be a brawl. If FaZe plays anything like the way they did last night, that aggression is going to be exciting to watch. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great day of Counter-Strike. Timeout here, called by NIP. They're second. I was going to say, even in this 3 versus 5, S-Tag might have had to deliver 2 kills to motivate NIP into a retake. He was going to have to do something special through the smoke and unfortunately shut down in response. Do NIP choose to buy here? That might be the whole map riding on this buy if they invest. And they're going to play it conservative. Up on Rez. M4 on Hampus and 3 USPs.
And cannot afford to give this one away, though. Yeah, 13-12. You need to capitalize on this. You need to punish them in every way possible and get yourself to that 14th round. Because every back and forth affair starts to favor NIP. Surely they take economic control sooner or later if that continues to be the trend.
Ence is not afraid of this mid utility whatsoever that NIP is throwing out. Spinks is just fearless in taking this control. Boost.
They stopped, just to note, Hampus going toward that cubby. It hasn't been as frequent. It's a 2-man, not the 3-man.
Careful with that jump. Rez is going to back away with the AWP, readjust, reposition. But he's going to stick at the B bomb site. Move in towards cave. Plopsky there to try and keep some space, but again, it's only a USP, not a whole lot of stopping power. And I think Ence is going to slow this down. You have to imagine they're going to let Spinks kind of start to investigate. It's exactly what's happening now. Ooh, dinked up.
The USP as well. Fuzi, that's really good work. He can fall back to the site. D has been dinked. The accuracy for this round on NIP's hands has been splendid. Unfortunately, the weapon's just not powerful enough, including that of the M4, but Fuzi's picked that up now to use as well. That does not have any armor. You've got Rez on an AWP with armor. Do you give him the M4 and get the AWP onto someone who just needs to hit the shot without the aim punch?
That's a good question. I think you just leave him on the AWP. I think your idea now isn't let's shuffle weapons to try and win this round. I think that's how do we keep these weapons alive. They're actually going to start moving over towards the B bomb site, not aware how lost it is. And Spinks almost doubles him up. I don't think he's aware of S-Tag's position. Rez has 1, but he's stuck in this fight. He's stuck between literally a rock and a hard place. Good kill from S-Tag to secure the retreat. 2 on 3, and even with a kit on Rez, low HP, they want to preserve these monies. Economy is too much of an issue for NIP to risk it all here. It's going to be 14-11. Ence 2 rounds away from the grand finals.
S-Tag waiting it out, will not be pursued. Hades is still inside of middle. Making sure no one's going to ninja. We have had a ninja. If you weren't joining us last week for Group D before playoffs, Config had a nice ninja against EG.
Oh, yes. On Vertigo.
Yep, very first map or round of the series.
Yeah, that was very spicy. 3-round lead. NIP's used 2 timeouts. They've got 2 remaining. I think Ence has used 3. Full buy coming in for NIP. A little bit of money in the bank on Hampus and Plopsky. Not a whole lot to be happy about. Utility dropped down mid. This time, Spinks not going to challenge it, although Madden's made the run to lane to help clear it out from the other side. So now Spinks can come through with confidence.
Interestingly, both these teams have songs about them. Everyone knows Easy for Ence, but does everyone remember Ninjas? Ninjas in pajamas.
Oh, I thought you were going to do Vanilla Ice. Ninja Rap.
Oh,
has nothing to do with NIP. Just, you know.
To do. No, I was being quite literal.
It is an amazing song, though. Fuzi with the op. In cave, peering through the hole towards Jaguar. Double setup with Plopsky.
Spinks is going to be so patient with this, but the longer the time goes on that no one even challenges from Donut, the more likely he is to try and just take middle, take window. S-Tag's already gone back that direction as well, so the fact that Fuzi's now down, if they clear Plopsky, they have an open B site. S-Tag has to respect it. Plopsky's done a phenomenal job, though. He gets 2, but finally, Dia puts him in his place. Missed shot from Spinks. Suddenly, the advantage back with NIP. They're going to get toward the site. S-Tag, I did mention, was rotating back over, but he's outside of the site itself and back toward the lane. He's staying hidden and undetected because that will give him a chance to try and work in when his teammates arrive. And even though the bomb is being planted and will be conceded, he's in a great position. He even senses the flashbang coming. They didn't expect the shots to come out. Rez takes Dia down, but that's only after Hades already found that it's an op versus an op on a retake potential for Rez. Has the kit this time. There's no saving. He's got to go for it. Smokes off the cave. And Hades is going back to try and find a rifle, but he may want to hurry it up. He may want to rotate around toward the ramp sooner. That said, Rez taking his time. He's going to get to the bomb now. Smokes himself on it. Still considering cave, but is aware of the possibility. Goes out and beats Hades in his own game. And now he's got time enough because he's got the kit.
That smoke just lured Hades into an over-aggressive peak because Hades has the ult. He knows if he's actually diffusing in this smoke, he's got to get real lucky. He wanted probably a second shot at it as well. All-time important clutch for Rez. Well done. Diha with such low HP as well, starting to even get the 1 kill that he did on the entrance. 14-12. Ence going to use their final timeout. Everything from here is all out of Snappy's brain. Deep breaths and everyone chilling. AK-47s across the board. A narrow victory for NIP with just 1 player surviving, just Rez in that clutch. If they lose this following round, it's over. NIP knows it. Ence know it. They would have such little money, so few funds for the final buy. So much on the line in round 27.
Getting tense now. Oh, man, and Hampus just got a...
Oh, no.
And so did Fuzi. This is huge. What a start. Plopsky, he's given his position away by trying to spam into it. It might have been silenced in Supreme, but so too the entry from Snappy, and this has been overrun.
I don't even know if this was a designed rush. I think they just got the kills and were like, all right, let's go. Yeah. Everyone keep going forward. Holy hell. What a sequence for Ence.
Poor Hampus as well. He hasn't gone to middle in a few rounds, and this time he doesn't even go to the cubby, and they just rush through because they're like, oh, well, we'll just take this spot. Thanks.
Shot from Madden picks the first player out of the sky. Fuzi gets picked off at the stairs through the smoke. Plopsky is spamming, gets spammed in return, and then picked off from lane. I don't even know where the 4th kill came from.
Doesn't matter at that point.
Poor observer.
When all of the... Yeah, exactly. When all of that's happening, how the heck do you keep up? Rez trying to save the AWP, but it's going to be series point for Ence. And Hades is sneaking through with an op of his own. They may not even look at Siege. Oh, yep, there he is. Double take.
Peace.
No guns at all. That's a disaster. Ence may have just won the game on the most bizarre and fastest round you'd expect to see.
Let's see if we can find all these. There's the shot on Madden. Hampus is jumping away blind. There's some spray through the smoke. Fortunate from Diha. Madden is going to clean up this spam onto Plopsky. S-Tag. Poor guy. Yeah. What are you supposed to do about that one?
And he knows it. He knows that that's maybe the end of the series.
Yeah, the frustration is he's like, I don't even have a chance. And when they go back and watch that round, they're going to be like, I don't think anyone had a chance. Nobody had any opportunity from NIP to be in that round. What a knockout punch from Ence. Look at the buy coming in. When we get it back up on your screens, it's not ideal in any way. 2 Deagles, 5-7 on Rez, Famas, and a scout on Plopsky. Obviously doable. But man, backs against the wall. 3 chances for Ence to make it into the grand finals here at ESL Pro League. Oh, switch it up into an A-rush? Why not? Actually, NIP's read this. They're actually set up perfectly for it. What a call on the defense. Nade is finished off by the scout. Molotov forces Fuzi into the open. Rez is lying in wait, and there's enough players and enough bodies to keep attention off of him for as long as possible.
Just has to bide his time, pick his shots perfectly. don't go yet. Oh, he does. I thought patience would pay off. Tries to get the second, he's down. It might be too early. They still have the advantage, though. Fuzi's got Hades. They're hanging on. Spinx is left to do it all to try and close this out. Ence had a free kick, and they may have missed the net. S-Tags closed it. It's 15-13.
My word. The ball's on NIP to call for a 4-player A stack. That is wild in such a low buy. That is a phenomenal call out of the timeout. They have just outplayed Snappy. Brilliant stuff, and obviously the opening kill from the scout helps out so much because they haven't seen aggression towards this part of the map that early. It lets them know exactly what's coming, lets them know they have the right setup, and now Ence has to do it the hard way. We mentioned Natsu didn't have to have the negative emotions yet. He's got him now. Stomach and knots. Spinx, he's so blind. He never saw the player get into his cubby. Hampus is going to have a freebie, even if he wasn't blind. Back to the A-bomb site. Rez doubles him up.
NIP, all right. I had them done and gone. Overtime is very likely, statistically speaking, because you have to mention that after the last eco. Hampus and Rez close out the round. We're going all 30.
Oh, Ence has been so dedicated to the switch up towards this attention towards the A-bomb site. They might have played themselves out of regulation. One more buy. Mac 10 is passed over to Snappy. Galil on Spinx, Galil on Diha, and an AK on Madden. That's what they have to play with. NIP has been clinging on to this map for so long. Finally, they have a chance. Still, they haven't had a lead at all in this series.
That's insane to think of as well. Yeah, because they've just been holding on. They've been fighting back in so many occasions. I mean, if you're going to have the lead, overtime's the only place they can do it now, and that's not a bad situation either.
No, you're going to be so thankful for overtime if you're able to get it. All up in the hands of Fuzi. That's at the back of the B-bomb site, and Ence